Stop.
I left my badge.
Howdy, howdy, pals and gals. It is your host with the most, Matty G, coming at you live from Isolation Station 1123. It is Saturday. It is 10 o'clock Eastern on the East Coast. It is 7 o'clock on the West Coast, and it's 4 o'clock in Hawaii.
Woohoo!
So, what time is it?
Oh, good for you.
Matt knows time zones. The end.
Yeah, I know time zones. So, of course.
But what time is it in London?
Right.
I don't know. My tag
Not no time zones.
Hell, my tag team trivia partners in Australia.
You were the chosen one.
So yeah, we've got kind of an interesting crew of people coming in and out tonight. We'll start with the man to my right. He is Mr. Kevin Potts. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, man? Glad to be here. Hey! Glad to be here and looking forward to talking to Craig, Mr. Barbarian, and just having a Saturday chat with you guys.
I don't know who Craig is, but that's okay. He was probably eaten by Elvis, I would imagine.
Yeah, right.
It is what it is. The man to his
Matty's
right,
dead.
his left. He is Dr. Spaceman himself, Mr. Alan.
That is me. Aloha, everyone. I am excited to be here. Excited to be talking with the Barbarian. Oh, look, there's me in blue hanging out. Excited to be here. See, you got Elvis, but I got blue. So, we might have to have a battle of the beasts a little bit later.
All right. And then, of course, usually there are Mandalorians, but apparently, never mind. Gentlemen, this is the way.
This is the way.
Nikki and Devin. How's it going tonight, guys?
Yeah, this is the way. And I did not know that we would be doing Star Trek tonight, but then Devin came over and he had his Star Trek uniform on. And I got the less cumbersome Captain Pike uniform from the new show Strange New Worlds. These are front zip uniforms, so they're much quicker and much easier to put on when you're in a rush, when you need to get to the bridge of your Constitution-class starship and boldly go where no one has gone before.
Right on.
Nudge, wink, wink. Know what I mean?
Right on. As it was said,
Alan.
we have the man who is a part of easily some people would say the best faction in the Schmodown. The Vince Stock Exchange. He came to the leagues last year, walked up and told Vince Stock he wanted to be drafted. And he was. And then he was gifted probably the most iconic piece of arm candy there is. Elvis. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the Barbarian himself. Welcome, sir.
Hello there.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. It is truly an honor to be here with you tonight. I will be drinking these all night, so
Wow.
that joke will never get old.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Give it.
Today. He and I got a little bit of a fist fight yesterday.
What?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Bro, I got a wound, a fresh one.
You must have missed a question in testing, and
That's what happened.
That's what happened, pretty much.
Andy's dead.
And he froze.
Andy's dead.
And he froze. Wow, that's a
shout out to
nasty
Mr.
bump.
This is definitely the way.
This is the way.
While it gets corrected,
This is the way.
just like it says here, if you got questions or comments, drop them here on our Streamlab. Link to the Streamlabs is in the description below. If Matt gets to it, there he goes, and he's gone.
and he's gone. Just like that, he came
We'll
and
get him
went.
back in.
Elvis ate him.
Elvis ate him
Okay,
after
there we
he
go.
punched him in the head, apparently.
So Elvis is the name of the little thing on the shoulder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
All right, he's back.
I-
He's back. Hold on. We got to hear the story about this wound.
I'm fascinated
What
by
happened
this.
there? What
Yeah,
happened to the wound?
No, look, Elvis was getting lippy with me yesterday, and I told Elvis, like, look, man. I told him, so it's not just up there too. It's also got me like right here too. I told him, look, Elvis. Please don't.
Blink twice if you need me to call 911.
Man.
Yeah, man. No, he. No. We're gonna deal with this in house. We gotta keep. Some things you just gotta deal with in the clubhouse. So Elvis and I are gonna patch things up, and we're gonna get everything back on the same page in time for our next match. So don't worry about it. We're still good. It's just,
everything's under control.
wherever there's passion, there's going to be conflict. And Elvis and I both have a lot of passion for the game,
You certainly do.
So-
you certainly do.
Definitely.
I have a controversial question. Do you think it's fair that you get to have a teammate in the singles division?
Hey, anyone's allowed to have an Elvis, if they want. There's no rules in the rule book against having a compatriot on your shoulder.
We're gonna see Molly Damon come out with Baby Yoda after we said that.
Jeez.
Well, we have seen Video Drew have 4 or 5 voices in her head, so
Yeah,
She's got that doll. You seen that Video Drew doll she's got? The voodoo doll?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The voodoo doll.
Oh my god. That voodoo doll's got real teeth in it. Like real fucking human teeth in it. It's terrifying. I've
She's
seen it up close.
Yep, she's a
Kid
trip.
that was. Yeah. I hope that Elvis and Video Drew get to square off in the singles tournament, though. I think they'd be a good match.
Well,
That would
okay.
be a great match.
I guess we can start there. What drove you to kind of go for a run in the singles?
I mean, I entered the league as a singles player, honestly. Like when I first joined the league, I told Dagnino, I was like, look, I watched basically every match before before the season started. And I told him, I was like, look, I can compete right now at a championship level in the singles division. And it's like, I can get to a championship level in the Intergeekdom division, but it's going to take me some study. And so that was, so first the plan was just have me start out in singles. And, because we had Emily and we had Dan that were going to be holding on the fort for IG. But, things worked out. Things worked out this season in a way that Dan had, other things he needed to focus on. So Dagnino and I talked. It's like, look, we need 2 people for this IG tournament, and I told him I'll do it. And we, we're having a hell of a run of the IG tournament as well. But yeah, the singles tournament though, that's where, that's where we were born to play.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
so is there anybody in the singles division that you want to play?
Ooh, that's
you know who I want to play in the singles division? I want to play Dan Merle, my faction mate, for the championship.
There you go.
I like that.
There you go. There you go.
I like that kid. I like Caleb's
didn't-
got that the Airbud rule in there. There's
I
no rules in
agree.
the rule book that says you can't have a dog on your basketball team.
That's
the
true.
Yeah,
Elvis
Caleb,
rule.
pull. That's a great pull right there.
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
So how did you feel when Dagnino presented Elvis to you? Was it kind of even behind the scenes, was it kind of your idea to bring him in, or was it just kind of
It was 100% Dagnino's idea. That was, he literally gifted it to me. He came, we showed up the day of my first match. He showed up and we were talking before, and he said, "Look, man, we need to do something about your gimmick. We need to do something about your image." He's like, "I got this for you." And at first, I thought he wanted me to wear it, but then I started petting it. And he's like, "You know what? You don't need to wear it. Just pet it." I was like, "Good. It's silky smooth." It's always like he's silky smooth, and his name is Elvis. He's like perfect. So it just kind of it happened very very naturally. But like that's what I love about working with Dagnino. It's like he and I just get each other. You know, like he gets who I am, and he gets what I can bring to the table. I get what he can do for me, and he like look. There's a reason the man's a 3-time manager of the year, about to be 4-time manager of the year. You know. I know. There's a lot of talk about Winston and Coy because they're so funny, but at the end of the day, you know, if
Coy's been a black hole the last few matches.
What did you say?
Coy has been a black hole the last few matches.
Yeah.
He has been a square, a pit of endless darkness.
Yeah, look, I love Coy. I think Coy is.
He's great. He's just had technical difficulties.
Exactly. Oh yeah, no, exactly. The black square. Look, he's doing that for Black Lives Matter. He's doing that.
Yeah.
He's doing it on purpose.
Scrimshaw had the best line. He's like, I see nothing but darkness, but I will try to find the light.
I will try to find the light.
So, okay, how do you like playing in the kind of online because of the whole coronavirus? We're not monetized, so we can actually say that word.
Good for you.
Do you like the fact that you can sit in a comfortable or a shipping container or whatever
shipping container,
and kind of be in your own kind of, for lack of better terms, bubble like the fan leagues are?
Did you build a fort out of boxes?
I didn't build the fort out of boxes. I moved into a fort of boxes.
Do you moonlight at the post office?
Is that your bat cave?
Yeah, no, it is very much. Look, I chose that domicile because it had the room of boxes. I said, "Oh, this is what I need."
I like the line that you had, putting him in a box. Yeah,
putting in the box.
I'll show you guys my. I'm not in the Cavern of Broken Dreams right now, but at some point I'll go back there and I'll post the picture of the Humphreys box because it is it's one of my prized possessions.
Nice.
Very cool.
That was a match I watched the other day, and you obliterated like that. That was impressive.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I think I'll touch on that, and then I'll get back to Matt's question real quick. But I just want to say, I was very fortunate because I hadn't gotten a chance to see John's match before we taped that. Had I seen John's match before that, I would have not even hesitated to take Wizarding World off the table because I knew, having watched his match against Janine, holy Christ, is he good at Wizarding World?
Yeah.
So I just lucked into spinning it and saying, you know what? Because my first match, the very first question I ever got wrong in the Schmodown was a 1-point Harry Potter question.
Yeah.
And so that, because of that, I went back in and I, doubled down on my efforts and made sure I learned Harry Potter pretty well. And I had to go to multiple choice a few times, but if you notice, I didn't miss a single question in that round. So I wanted to prove. What did you say?
I said that was a fantastic kind of comeback.
Yeah, and it's one of two of the most difficult categories. The Wizarding World and Middle Earth, I think, are the two most difficult because they're just so vast. There's so much there to pull.
Knowledge.
All those movies are so dense. And that's the thing. And to be honest with you, I got a little unlucky with even in that round, I got a little unlucky because I'd only gotten through my deep dive of about 7 of the 10 films, and the questions that they were asking me, the ones that I had to go multiple choice on, like the the Mirror of Erised and the Arampen, both of those were for movies that I hadn't had a chance to really do a deep dive on. And then the last one, the Borgans and Burks, it's like you see me gritting my teeth because I wanted to say it, but I knew that if I got how this is. If I say Borgin and Birch instead of Borgin and Burks,
Borkin,
that's a 4-point swing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I gotta the good thing is
Dun dun.
Good.
Matty's dead.
Done.
With those, even though they're dense films and it takes a while to get through them. Technical difficulties again. But going back to Matt's question about, do I enjoy doing the matches from home as opposed to the studio? I mean, I have to say I would much prefer being in the studio for a few reasons. Number one is that we I don't know how much people have talked to you guys about like tape days, but like tape days are just like I live for tape days. Like our tape days are the most fun. Like
Sounds like a party.
It is a party. It's like
I've never been to a party like that.
yeah, no, it's like do you imagine like all your favorite Schmodown personalities in one room, just getting drunk, watching matches, talking movies, and then afterwards we go out and we get drunk, so we get even drunker. And it's,
I don't think I could handle that.
That would be awesome.
it's just like I live for that. So I want everyone to go out. I want everyone to put on a goddamn mask. Am I allowed to curse on this show?
Oh yeah.
All right, good. I want everyone to put on a goddamn mask so I can get my tape days back.
Well, we will. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Mandalorian.
Finstock has been the greatest since the trial of JT. People love to hate him, but he's a genius without question. Prime example is faith in the Barbarian.
Oh yeah. And
Of all our guests, I have the most in common with Finstock.
Oh, good for you.
Finstock for an hour and a half taught us life lessons.
While
Very
he was
true.
walking down the street with a mason jar full of tequila. It was
Exactly.
Yes, he was walking down.
He was very Finstock about the whole thing.
California. He said he was on top secret exchange business.
It's like Kanye West. He's insane but brilliant.
He literally walked around for an hour and a half drinking tequila out of a mason jar, explaining life lessons to us.
I was amazed.
Paul Preston actually took over the show.
He did. Preston was brutal. In a great way. That guy is a genius.
It's really an intimidation though with the Barbarian and Finstock. I mean, Finstock comes in, he doesn't own a shirt. The Barbarian comes in, he's stroking the Elvis. and stroking the Elvis. I'm sure that's something that was said a lot in whatever 1800 Elvis existed. I don't know. I'm 4 years old.
Stroking the Elvis is what led to you being born, bro.
I think now we need to make him a shirt.
It's hard for me to remember.
The Elvis.
I just know about shirts.
You know about shirts, brother.
And he's dead.
Yeah, I got a lot of Star Trek shirts.
I want to shout out to Caleb Hansen for just hanging out with us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Love to Caleb.
Ain't my Caleb, but
I mean,
I'll go ahead and say it. A huge,
it's enhanced.
A huge IG win today by Caleb.
Did you say what now, Kevin?
Oh, that's shit. That's
hang on. Let me put the spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
So yeah, a huge IG win today by Caleb. So yeah, that was good stuff.
And he's back.
And I'm back. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I've signed on to. I changed the Wi-Fi that I signed on to, so hopefully that will prevent further difficulties.
It seems better.
Trust me, on this show we have internet issues all the time.
Me and Devin are the only ones that are always perfect.
Yeah, when Nikki streams it, it's great.
You know where we don't have internet issues? Studio matches.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. Can I say real quick though? When you talk about Dagnino before I got disconnected, that like what you see is what you get with Dagnino. You like it seems like he's doing a bit, but no, that is him.
Yeah.
And he is a pure genius, and he is the most generous and the most insightful person I've ever met.
Nice. It seems that way.
And he
But
won't
when
try
we were
to sell
talking
you
to him,
fake keys.
Oh
it
yeah.
was everything we got when we saw him from since day one. I've been a fan of the Schmoes for a long time, and I remember that Finchak being introduced and went, "Oh, this is a guy to watch. This is a guy to follow and see what the hell's going on with him." Just because people's reactions to him are just as great as his pontifications sometimes. So it's pretty fantastic.
Because you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right.
You know that you can't expect. You won't be able to expect. Exactly.
Yeah.
When I see him speak, I just have to listen. Like, it doesn't matter what he's talking about. It's just like, okay, I'm automatically enthralled just because it's him.
The stuff with him and Tiffany Smith was really good. Like in the old Schmoes
Yes.
days. You would always have her.
It was
she
great.
react like I would react to those like situations.
Okay. I've got two main questions that he
Two
has.
main questions.
One,
Sure.
what is something about you that most Schmodown or even fans of you don't really know?
Ooh, that's a great question.
What you think about it? Like, we had Chandru on here. He told us he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Ooh.
Rachel Silvestrini told us about her touring on the Warp Tour. Paul
Yeah.
Preston told us he's the mayor of Springfield.
I'll say a few things. And the problem is I'm very much an open book, and I talk about myself a lot. So there's not a lot about me that people don't know. I will say, I'm trying to keep getting myself out of frame here. My two proudest accomplishments that I've ever done are both related to my two favorite hobbies, which are bar trivia and karaoke. And so for karaoke, my greatest karaoke accomplishment is that I once received a standing ovation from Lance Bass for a karaoke performance of Celine Dion's "It's All Coming Back to Me Now."
Oh my gosh! Wow!
Did Meatloaf actually write that song?
Wow!
No, it was written by Jim Steinman.
Jim
who
Steinman,
writes songs for both Meatloaf and Celine Dion.
Yep.
That's what it was.
And then Meatloaf did a cover of it later on. But no, Jim Steinman is the writer of that song. He writes all the best ballads in music.
I agree 100% with this.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
And then my bar trivia main accomplishment was I am the city of Los Angeles has the most competitive bar trivia scene in the world, and we have like an actual bar trivia league where it's like there's like almost 1,000 teams compete in it. And my team won we do a tournament of champions every year. My team won the tournament of champions in 2018. We were this close to winning it again this year. And when I say it's like competitive, it's like one of the teams that we go against in this league is called their name's Team of Enchantment, and their captain is a man named Brad Rutter, who you may know because he's one of the 3 guys who was in the Jeopardy GOAT tournament.
I was just about to say, I remember that name from Jeopardy. Yeah.
No, Brad Rutter has a team called Team of Enchantment where it's him and 5 other Jeopardy champions.
Holy
my God.
And we whipped their ass in the 2018 tournament.
Nice.
We finished ahead of them 2 of the last 3 years because we won 2 years ago. They finished like 2 spots ahead of us last year, and then this year we came in 3rd place. By like 1 point. There's a tie for first, and we were 1 point behind in 3rd. But we still got a giant novelty check out of it. So we play for thousands of dollars when we do this.
I don't remember who posted it, but I remember hearing you went with Ethan Irwin and
Ben Bateman. Yeah,
Bateman.
Exactly.
Bateman streams.
Yeah, and so what happened was. Draft day, after the draft, Bateman and I are talking. It was the first. That was the first day I met Bateman, or even spoke to Bateman. Was after the draft, right? And afterwards, outside, we're just shooting the shit, and I'm talking about he's challenging me to prove that I'm legit, and I start talking about how good I am at Oscar trivia, and we're getting a little bit of like a tete-a-tete back and forth. I was like, oh, this guy knows Oscar trivia too. And so I told him, like, look, every year there's a bar in Los Angeles called Connor O'Brien's. I think it's Connor O'Brien's. I hope I'm not mistaken with the bar in Ann Arbor. Anyway, I think it's Connor O'Brien's. They do what's called the world's. Yeah, it's an Irish bar. Yeah. They do what's called the world's hardest Oscar trivia every year, and again, it's like filled with like Jeopardy champs and whatnot. And so like a lot of the same people that I play with in the normal bar league, but like the people that win every year like actually work for the Academy. Yeah, and so this year, so me like
Hey, super.
It's like the last 2 years, it's like me and a buddy we're just playing on a 2-person team and came in 3rd place the 2 years in a row. And this year I was like, you know what? Let's bring in some ringers. So I called up Bateman. I called up Ethan. Ethan and I have been friends for like 16 years. So
wow.
Yeah. Well, I used to work for him, and then we became friends then, and like have stayed friends since. Yeah. So I was like, all right, Bateman, Irwin, let's do this. And unfortunately, we did much worse than we did if it was in the previous years. But it's because the questions were mostly around like Oscar songs as opposed to like regular Oscar trivia, so it wasn't quite my forte. But that being said, I got I've been studying up on the Oscar songs, so nobody can try to use that against me in the showdown. Anytime a weakness is exposed, I make sure to shore it up right away. That's what happened with that Wizarding World category.
Wizarding World, yep.
Yeah, it got exposed. I was like, all right, let me shore that shit up.
Perfect. Well, I was impressed with your with the Jurassic Park one, the exhibition there.
I see Kevin's wearing a Jurassic Park shirt there as well.
He is, and I work at a place where Jurassic World was filmed, and Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park. That's right. Because I actually threw it out. There's me. There's me.
Alan from Jurassic Park 3.
That's right. There's me in blue. So I threw it out to Harloff once. If this was years ago, if he could get people over to Hawaii, then we could do Jurassic Park or Jurassic World match at the Jurassic Park log. Or in the Indominus Rex cage, because I have access to both.
That would have to be Perry versus Cody.
And that's what I wanted to do was Perry versus Cody there.
Well, I will say this as the reigning Jurassic Park champion.
Yes,
I would love if we could do that next year. Get me, Perry, and Cody out there. That would be amazing.
Let's do it. Yes, guarantee it'd be the most fun thing in the world. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Babu Frick likes it.
Yeah, I go to the Indominus Rex cage every single day. I'm doing. I just started doing these tours.
Alan has the best life, and I'm very jealous.
I know. Poor me.
Okay.
It's hard. It's hard out here.
No. I love it when you talk about that too. That's why I hate doing that, because I don't want you to think that I don't like it. I do. It's just you're setting me up, and I'm just.
Well, I want to get people out here. I want you guys to get out here so we can do these crazy things.
I would love to visit you, Dr. Spaceman.
Bruh, anytime. You got the #1 tour guide out here. I'll take you around.
Yeah, this
would be great.
Complains about quarantine. He's in fucking paradise.
Island quarantine.
True. Hey, but we got numbers going up out here. So at first,
give us a Daniel Day Kim update. Did he return to the island?
He's fine. He's good. He's recovered. He's all right.
Is he back?
No, actually, I think he's actually back in LA maybe. He's back over there, but he's all right. He's good. We actually just started filming some stuff. Starting last week, PI came back in, but they're just doing a lot of no people stuff yet. No actual talent on sets yet. Just doing a lot of different things. But it'll be interesting to see how filming's going to do if these numbers keep going up out here.
Alan knows about Daniel Day Kim because he once shared screen time with him in 2 separate episodes of Lost. One where his feet walk by him and Mr. Echo, and then another where he's in a background shot at buying a teddy bear.
He was also on Hawaii Five-0.
Hawaii 5-0 with Mr. Kim as well.
Wait, man. You guys get like brunch together or something?
Oh yeah, all the time. Not quite.
So I told you. I told you.
He's a good guy, though. He's a cool guy.
That this is going to be the most laid back interview you've ever done.
Speaking of,
I do have a question.
An episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Oh,
yep.
Which season?
I believe it was season 7.
6. Episode 15.
6. Yeah, episode 15.
That was The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, The Rock. I love
We were
that.
talking about Daniel Day Kim.
Oh.
Find out.
All right, should we do the breakdown? We have a show that Matty does called Suplex City Fights. It's about wrestling. I don't know much about wrestling. I just know about wrestlers that are also actors. And I have an idea this week that we're gonna do.
I say we just do it here. I think
do it here. I don't want to get flagged, so don't enlarge it. Just have like my screen running, and we'll see what we.
Have you ever been to Suplex City?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's you. Trust me, you don't want to know.
Now I want to know. It's like you're telling a kid he can't have candy, so he wants candy.
There was a friend of mine back in school who would always wear a Suplex City shirt.
Nice.
So I know.
Oh my god!
I was in attendance at the Suplex City coronation, or the day that Brock Lesnar first said, "Welcome to Suplex City, bitch." I was there.
Nice.
Okay.
We were at the Phoenix Royal Rumble 2 years ago.
Nice. I've never
Did
been
you
to
go to-
Royal Rumble. I'd love to go to Royal Rumble.
Where didn't you go to school, or you're from Michigan, right?
I am from Michigan. Yep, I went to University of Michigan.
This
Oh, you
This
went
right
to
here-
Michigan. Okay.
this is a crucial moment in wrestling history, and we hope that it doesn't get flagged. So I'll just keep Matty, if you want to talk and stuff. We have The Rock entering an octagon, a circular wrestling ring in the heart of the Delta Quadrant. There are people going mad. The people are going wild. They're looking at him. You know what they want to see? It's The Rock. Is he going to do it? Is he going to? Oh, he did it, everybody.
Yes.
He did the famous eyebrow. The crowd goes wild. There are people in attendance all over from the Delta Quadrant. Hey, and the Voyager crew from Earth. We got Ensign Harry Kim, we got Lieutenant Tom Paris, and we got Commander Chakotay, along with Neelix, resident of the Delta Quadrant. All very excited for this match to see The Rock take on an unknown opponent in this Delta Quadrant fight ring who's coming out of the shadows. Oh my God, and a twist of events. It's 7 of 9. 7 of 9 has entered the ring, and her crewmates are astonished. They are worried for her safety, or perhaps are they worried for the safety of The Rock? Because we all know that resistance is futile.
You know, I made Jerry Ryan cry once.
What?
Barbarian, what do you
Okay,
think of this match?
whoa. Wait a minute.
Chance to win this.
I know. I need to hear this story.
I need to hear this story. You're making Jerry Ryan cry. This better be good.
We'll be back in a moment.
It's not going to get flagged. Nikki, if this is on YouTube, it's not going to get flagged.
It will get flagged.
Yeah,
So
it still will.
hold on, Craig. You made Jerry Ryan cry.
Yeah, so it was at a Comic-Con. I've been going to Comic-Con every year for like 12 years. The San Diego Comic-Con, the real one.
The real one.
The real one.
The real one.
And so there was the year, it was like 2 years ago, I think, they were doing the 50th anniversary Star Trek panel where they had cast members from all the series. Well, no, not all the series. They didn't have anyone from Enterprise, but they had it was like Jerry Ryan, Michael Dorn, Brent Spiner,
Irrelevant.
and William Shatner, right? And
Irrelevant.
Really
I feel
cool.
like I might be missing someone, but those are the 4 I remember off the top of my head. Point is, I asked a question for the Q&A portion. I asked the question of what was it like joining these series, to Michael Dorn and Jerry Ryan. I asked, what was it like joining the show mid-series? Michael Dorn's response was very much like, well, it became very clear. It became clear very early on that like I was just becoming part of the ensemble, and it wasn't becoming the Wharf show. And by the way, like this is something I remember as a child. I remember as a child reading when Michael Dorn joined Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
I remember reading about how everyone was freaking out at first because they didn't know like what this meant for their jobs and what it meant for the show. But then it turned out like he very quickly got folded into the fabric of the show, and it was just like another thing. Whereas for Jerry Ryan, like it was actually apparently it was a very traumatic experience because people like the writers basically turned it into the 7 of 9 show.
Yeah.
And a lot of
I'm okay with that though.
And not only that, but like she basically was replacing Tess.
Yeah.
And so you've got cast members who are upset that she's replacing an existing cast member, and you got
Janeway was particularly.
She didn't say names. She didn't say names, but it was clear that like she experienced a lot of like hostility and resentment from her fellow cast members by coming in and taking over the show through no fault of her own. I might add. Yeah, and so like I don't know if she cried, but she was definitely on the verge of tears during the panel because of my question.
I think her ocular implant was malfunctioning.
Yeah, I felt really bad afterwards. Like I didn't know I was gonna make her cry. That wasn't my plan.
So you're a big Star Trek fan, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, no.
When you were talking about Worf, like that's exactly the feeling that I had because I love those Next Generation episodes. Like I watch those every week, and like I love the movies. Like I remember seeing Star Trek Insurrection in theaters with my parents, and I look back at that. I'm like, that was 24 years ago. Good God, that was a good God, man. But I have a lot of Star Trek on the soundboard. But we're big Star Trek fans, obviously.
Insurrection was 22 years ago.
22 years ago. Yes, it was.
Look at that. Those movie release dates aren't a crutch.
It's I know. Well, some may say I know my movie release dates too well.
Yeah, it was the year before Phantom Menace. You're right. Oh, he's got his disco shirt on underneath too.
So 97. That's what I figured out.
Yeah.
98.
No, you're right. Yeah.
98.
I thought it was 96 for certain. 96.
98.
96 was First Contact.
So one year before. 1 year.
I'm getting them confused. I'm just so excited that you like Star Trek.
So it's one year before Phantom Menace then.
So what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite Star Trek movie?
First Contact.
Mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, First Contact, I feel like, is so accessible. Like, you don't even have to know Star Trek in order to be able to enjoy that film.
There's so many good parts.
Yeah, I'd say my second favorite is probably Star Trek Beyond. I know that's a hot take.
Star Trek Beyond, yeah.
But
I like that one too.
I rewatched it recently, and it's like part of it just like the emotionality of like it being Anton Yelchin's farewell performance, and like they do the tribute to both.
Leonard Nimoy.
They do the tribute to both Nimoy and Yelchin. Beautiful. It's just like it made me fucking cry, like you like in the credits, like in loving memory of Leonard Nimoy, and then it goes, and then it says for Anton, just simply
for Anton.
It just made me fucking Anton. Yeah. On a side note, my dear departed Red Sonja is buried very close to Anton Yelchin's grave at the Hollywood.
Wow.
So whenever I go visit her grave, I take a little jog over to visit Anton Yelchin's as well.
Wow.
I absolutely was alive 22 years ago, Jacob. You should know.
Nikki and Devin are kids.
We're not kids. Devin just graduated high school. And he actually has a job.
Well, that's I would say that makes him a rarity.
I'm captain of an imaginary starship.
Hey, if it's imaginary, it's all right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About Star Trek?
No, it's for the Barbarian. So Christian had said that you were the hardest studier in Schmodown.
Yeah.
and I kind of pride myself on being a hard studier too. But what can you give me in terms of, I guess, tips that you can reveal? I mean, I don't want you to
He wants
obviously.
secrets.
Yeah, I don't want
No.
your secrets, but
So I mean, like, look, the in terms of studying, first off, you got to figure out what works best for you. Like, how does your brain work? So you have to kind of really know yourself. And for me, it's all about. And it's funny, me and Bateman talk about this a lot. And like we have very this was part of how we like bonded very early on. Like when I was helping him study for the match against Merle. You know, we it wasn't just about, we weren't just talking about movies. We were talking just about like fucking how brains work. And like, so for me, I try to find I try to find as many ways to connect the information as possible, So what I like to do, my favorite method for studying is using this website called Sporkle. It's online quizzes.
yeah.
And like I'll take a topic that I need to master, and I'll just like do a Sporkle quiz on it till I'm able to complete the Sporkle quiz without any errors multiple times. And I got to, because it's not just good enough to do it once. I got to do it back to back, And so for instance, that's how as I've been teaching myself Oscar trivia over the years, like I use a combination of a number of different ones for it. And so, for instance, there's one Sporkle quiz I do that's got the best picture winner, director, actor, and actress for every year, right?
Wow.
And when I I complete the quiz, and when I'm trying to recall, not only am I able to say, okay, what year was this, I'm actually able to picture the screen and see where on the screen the information is, and say, okay, what's in that space on the screen,
Wow, nice.
So it's I give myself different ways, and like for instance, I'll also do I'll do like different kinds of quizzes. I'll do ones that have pictures and ones that don't have pictures, so that way it's like I give my brain different routes to get to the information.
Right.
Do you like puzzles?
I love logic puzzles.
Logic puzzles, nice. Yeah.
I enjoy a good challenge.
Speaking of logic, Spock, Tuvok, Star Trek. What's your least favorite Star Trek movie? Because this is a question I like to ask people. A lot of people say it's Star Trek 5. I think it's Star Trek 1. I think Star Trek 1 is so boring. I can't stand it.
The main problem with Star Trek, the Star Trek the motion picture, as it's called, is the 10-minute sequence of the Enterprise. Score
is the only thing that saves that.
They were so pleased with themselves that they were able to have that on the screen. Like, look at the Enterprise. It's like 10 fucking minutes of just zooming in on a starship.
The only redeemable quality of that movie is Jerry Goldsmith's score. You get that score, and that becomes the Next Generation theme. It's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, it's for. I've gone back through and rewatched them all recently, and it's like, I've always been a huge fan of Star Trek 5. I've never gotten the hate about Star Trek 5.
No, it's so deep. He says, "I know that when I'm gone, it'll be because the two of you aren't there." While he's standing next to Bones and Spock, who are not there when he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible.
Yeah, but
Ahora's legs. I mean, that was a moment for me.
Yeah, no, exactly. That, you know what? That's
God, man.
Exactly. Least favorite Star Trek film. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and say Insurrection. Even though upon rewatch, I appreciate it more. But I think largely because of how amazing First Contact is, Insurrection is such a letdown, and it just felt like an extended episode of The Next Generation.
That's exactly how
it's what it was. Yeah, it's essentially what it was. No.
And I like Generations. People hate on Generations, but I think Generations is a better season finale.
I love me some Generations.
You told me that was one of your favorites.
Love it. It's one of my favorites, exactly.
And it's got the best use of a swear in Star Trek that we still have ever had, with Data
True.
saying the "oh shit."
Yeah.
Because swearing in Star Trek I'm okay with, just don't force it. And I think it was
Like the
forced on.
Trek series?
Why does God need a starship? Yeah,
Well, 'cause
that's
it
why I
wasn't
like Star Trek
actually
5.
God.
It's
It wasn't actually God.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that was Kirk deducing that, and I
It
love
was
that
the
moment.
greatest question
because
ever
that-
asked by
I
mankind.
know it. I love that moment.
I need to get that on the soundboard.
Yeah.
See, I'm one of the people that I really, really enjoy Star Trek 09. It might be because
it.
that was the first movie I actually ever took
Second
Caleb
favorite.
to see. I mean,
Nice.
yes, it's like
Good God, man.
he was like months old, and I took him to see it. Hey, Aaron, what's up?
Hey, Aaron is back.
Hello.
Peace and long life, Aaron.
So I kind of have a special place in my heart for Star Trek 09.
Yeah.
Are we all doing this? Cool. I'll get
I
on.
want to tell a
We've
quick.
been on a Trek run. We've been on a Trek run.
I want to tell a quick cool story
Damn
about
it.
William Shatner. My grandmother had a stroke about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that, and she kind of lost auditory function, so she had trouble speaking. And we actually used the original Star Trek to help her communicate the way Kirk talked. You know, the
Wow.
James T. Kirk. We would have her say the lines back. And so when I worked at Phoenix Comic Con a few years ago, I told him that.
Comic-Con.
And I broke down and just, telling him, we're a part of this. And he actually autographed one of his $100 picture and autographs and just
He'll go to every Comic-Con too. He's everywhere.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So I may give Nikki a hard time about Star Trek, but I will admit I do enjoy Star Trek.
Star Trek represents the best of humanity. I mean,
And
that's what
I
I
am
found during hard times, is that Star Trek gives me hope for the future.
And we have been watching Next Generation. I hope you're proud.
Which season are you on? I'm very proud.
3.
3? Okay, so
Oh.
have you gotten the best of both worlds yet? That's the best season.
We are one episode from it.
Oh
What
my
episode?
God. No
We're
spoilers.
one
no
episode
spoilers.
from it.
No spoilers,
Oh.
but prepare to get your mind fucking blown.
I know. I'm excited. And
Mr.
even the
Worf.
little one's really getting a kick out of it because of the whole, oh, shit, what's it called? The place they go into where they have, the holograms? The holodeck.
Holodeck.
Yes.
He loved the episodes where, most of them just take place in the holodeck, and it's like,
Have you met Mr. Barkley yet?
Reginald Barkley.
yes.
Played by,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Dwight Schultz,
Dwight Schultz.
Yeah.
who was in the
Matt
80s.
Murdoch. He was
He's
He's
Murdoch.
actually
Or not Matt.
was.
Yeah, he
Voyager
was,
than he is on
Yeah, he was
Next
Murdoch.
Generation.
he was Matt
Nice
Murdoch.
pull, Alan. Nice pull.
I love me some A-Team, boy. I'm an old school A-Team guy.
And hey, Chief
Okay,
O'Brien was in Con Air. I was watching that the
Yes,
other day. and
Chief
Oh, yeah.
O'Brien
O'Brien
was a Con Air.
Oh,
How do you, Alan, how do you feel about the remake of 18?
I loved it. I absolutely love that movie. It got a lot of grief, but I love it.
It's fun.
But I was a fan of everybody in it. I love Bradley Cooper. I love, and I can't think of his Rampage Jackson.
Quentin.
Yeah,
I thought he was
Quentin.
great. I thought he was great. I love that movie. I think it's a great movie.
Copley. Love
Charlton
Yeah, Charlton Copley being his own version of Murdoch. That was so fun.
What has happened to Charlton Copley in the last couple of years? What has he been in recently?
That
he was
is
in a
like
couple
the
TV
last
things
thing I heard
recently.
of
He
him.
never got to play with action figures.
He's been in a few direct to DVD or VOD movies recently.
Yeah.
They're
Son of
working.
Mo.
Rumor
Son of
has
Wolf.
it they're working on District 9 too. But
Yeah.
holy shit, I don't know.
Probably District 10, hopefully.
District 10.
As long as it's better than Chappie, I'm cool.
See,
Hey, don't hate on Chappie.
I'm hating on Chappie.
I believe it's pronounced Cheapy.
Hey, Chappie!
Barbarian.
Pronounced.
Alan.
Why in the
Alan.
hell they make that thing?
He
Why
has-
did he put all his faith in that stupid band? That's what it's
Yes.
called.
and I don't
Barbarian.
like Chappie, but I enjoy Chappie for Shalto's. And no. Shalto's acting as this infant. I mean, his performance. It's mocap, but you can feel the emotion in it, and that's what I like. I'm not one of these people that hates movies. Like, a lot of people don't like Age of Ultron. I find things in it I enjoy.
I like Age of Ultron.
Ultron's fine. It's like an
I
episode.
like
Yeah,
Age of
me
Ultron
too.
more than the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Get him off the
He's from
street.
a family in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, that's
I'm
going to
sorry.
be a hey, Ron. Bye-bye.
So there,
You know what?
we gotta nah.
He's a
nah.
traitor, but he's allowed to have an opinion.
okay, so there's a reason behind that, and there's actually a.
Oh, we don't care.
There's a.
There's the reason. Get the fuck out.
Just let the man speak.
There's a.
Let us
Okay,
speak.
no.
Okay, Ron.
Can we hear?
Take your
Alright,
ass
Barbarian,
to Tennessee.
Before I
Why is
forget my
Thor in
next
Star Trek
question.
The undiscovered country.
I was gonna say I have a more controversial reason as to why I like Age of Ultron better than the first Avengers.
What's your
reason? I think the first Avengers is a little overrated.
Yes.
Are you out your mind? Are you out your goddamn mind?
Here's the
The
thing.
Battle of New York.
Do you just
the
think
Battle of
that?
New York is the
Aspect
greatest
ratio
action
is
sequence
not
ever
cinematic.
filmed. Period. Hands down.
Yes.
You're
Yes,
right.
Captain
it
America
is.
holds an assault rifle in that
I
movie.
got. Hey, Aaron, I got 2 words for you.
Okay.
Puny God.
That's it, baby.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Love that.
I got 2 more
I
words
got
for
something
you.
to say.
I got 2 more words for you.
Big
Hulk
guy.
smash.
Sun's
Boom.
going
That's
real low.
it.
I would just like to say before they kick me out again, Mr. the Barbarian, it was a pleasure to meet you briefly.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well, even though you have horrible taste in movies.
No, I'll defend him. I'll get his back. Normally, he has very good taste. Just right now, he's going crazy. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
He got the Rona. He got the Rona.
Hold on, time out. If Aaron has another hot take like that, Barbarian must feed him to Elvis.
That's it.
All right. Aaron wasn't here when I showed up when I was to me.
I'll take that.
Yeah, see, Elvis done bust his head open. Look at this.
Hold on.
Other side.
My head. It's right here.
There it is.
Hold
That's
on.
a nasty one too.
Here,
Yeah,
Because you got a question wrong or something. He
I
takes
think-
back at you.
That's what I
it.
said.
Oh, that's a close up. That's a close up right there. Oh, look at the eye. Look under the eye.
Aaron,
Yes.
Elvis and you have a working relationship.
Yes,
Elvis
there's
don't know
turmoil.
you may not
Daddy,
return.
that's an abusive relationship.
It is an abusive relationship.
It's understanding.
Abusive.
Honestly, biting is a Klingon ritual for mating, so maybe he's trying to mate with you.
Guys, hold on a second. There's a knock. There's a knock on my door. I got to figure out what it is real quick. Give me
Well,
one
a
second.
knock on the door
Yeah, I'm in.
must be an Uber Eats.
He's gonna walk out and open the door live on YouTube.
And
Imagine
Elvis is
if
gonna
it's been stopped.
Elvis
No,
is
I
gonna
didn't
jump
finish
at him.
It's just Aaron opening the door. We see it. Like,
He
I'm
opened the
gonna-
door
what in
to
the
Aaron.
hell?
The reason I was an hour late is because I flew to LA.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the big
Really
Aaron,
fast.
Aaron,
I don't know where.
live. You're more than welcome to jump in, brother. No,
Was it Finstock or was it Pizza Barbarian?
It was Dagnino. It was not Finstock. It was not Bobby Finstock. It was Tom Dagnino.
Oh,
I'm Dagnino.
No, I kid. No, it wasn't.
Best
dang.
in business. Best in business.
It's
I want to know if he remembers me. Did I leave an impression on him, or does he just meet so many people? He just threw war on me.
I want to get him back on the show without
I do
Chris
too.
like busting his balls the whole time.
I want to get the entire Finstock exchange on the show now that we have the power.
Yeah, hold on. Here we go. Someone delivering me a robe.
Oh yeah. I mean,
nice.
You just got a robe delivered to your
I
house.
mean,
It was robe
Bruh.
delivery.
Robe
Jeez.
delivery.
What
It was
nice
robe
ass
delivery.
hotel are you at?
this
I've
is
had
what
many things delivered, never a robe. You
This is
win,
what
sir.
happened.
This
You
is what
win.
life's like at the Finstock Exchange, boys.
Apparently.
Okay,
You
wait
get
a
knocks
minute.
at your doors, people bringing you robes and shit.
living the high
Ain't no
life.
thing.
All right,
In
gentlemen.
I got a
Finstock
Lieutenant Worf
exchange.
action figure.
He just got a robe, and you showing him Morph?
I'm sorry, it's Lieutenant Commander Worf.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
Matt's trying to
So-
take back
so
control of the
Barbarian.
podcast. Let's let him know.
I gotta know, why was Worf in the undiscovered country?
Well,
He always brings this up. He always brings this up.
it wasn't Lieutenant Commander Worf. I believe it was his grandfather, wasn't it?
It was
Worf, son of Moog, son of Worf?
Yes.
I think they alluded to it was some kind of relative.
So he's Worf, son of Moog, son of Worf.
Yeah, Moog.
Another question I have.
Moog named his son after his father.
That's it. That works.
That does make sense. But who did Spock marry?
Who did Spock marry?
Yeah, Picard says that he met Sarek at his son's wedding. Now, he's not going to Cybok's wedding. He hates Cybok. So, who did Spock marry? There's a book that says he married the Vulcan that was Kirstie Alley and then was recast in Search for Spock.
Oh, yeah.
Was it her?
Lieutenant Savick.
Lieutenant Savick.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, the only one who doesn't know.
I lose my combat.
Anything about Star Trek.
Here's your trophy for winning.
I know Savick. I know Savick.
You have disgraced me. Thank you.
Okay. To answer that question, he was Colonel Worf.
Absolutely.
In grandfather to Lieutenant Worf.
So he's Worf, son of Moog, son of Worf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beer's here.
There's a lot of people in here right now.
Colts hat you're wearing?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
He over in Naptown. He over in Hoosierland.
You're in Hoosierland? My parents live in Plainfield.
No, they don't. Hold on. Wait. My mother lives in Plainfield.
What? My mother lives in Plainfield.
My mother lives in Plainfield. That's awesome.
My mother lives in Atlanta.
My mom lives about 10 minutes down the road from what's it called, Metropolis, that big mall out there.
Metropolis.
Yeah.
Superman lives in Metropolis.
Superman lives in Metropolis. That's awesome, man.
Sex Luthor.
Sex Luthor. Oh my God! Do not bring Sex Luthor back.
That's crazy.
I almost shaved. No, I got a haircut.
Too much Indiana stuff out here. Too much Indiana stuff.
For a moment, I considered shaving my head bald.
Chat's going wild.
Don't bring up.
Matt, are you licking a tin can? What are you doing?
I won't bring it up again. But
Matt, don't lick anything like that on camera ever again.
Please don't.
I heard lick, so I licked.
Okay, what happened? We lost all control. He did lick it.
Matty, do people want to see Sex Luthor? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
I don't think so.
Yikes.
You know what?
Live long and prosper.
Oh, that was the sarcastic one.
That was the fuck you one, yeah.
That was the fuck you one, exactly right.
That was the Quinto one.
You know,
that was
just
the big Quinto one, the mean one.
It's a good way to say fuck you. Live
It
long.
is really a good way. It is really a good way the way you did it.
The only emotion I want to convey is gratitude.
You know, we have said, you know.
All right, hold on, real quick. I actually have to jump off. So I just want to say, Barbarian, it was really good to meet you, sir.
Get in here.
Thank you, Dr. Spaceman.
And that's we got connections because our moms live in Indiana, in Plainfield. That's crazy, and you're a Jedi. And anytime you're in Hawaii, look me up on the island of Oahu. I'll take care of you, take you around, show you all the good stuff. All right.
Love it. I love it.
I think the Spaceman and the Barbarian come from the same block of cheese. You know what I mean? Like
maybe.
Cut from the same
They
cloth.
could be. They could be.
All right, everybody, take care. Aloha.
See ya.
See ya, Alan.
Be good out there, guys.
Mahalo.
Aloha, guys.
Live long and prosper.
Fuck. I just tripped on my rope.
Get in here.
So just to prove that I was alive when Generations came out, this is the James T. Kirk action figure that was released for Generations.
I don't know that proves anything though, because
I got that for Christmas.
I was gonna say, I have the original Chewbacca figure that was released in like '79, but
I have a Return of the Jedi.
Doesn't mean I was alive then.
I was alive for the special edition though.
And
what you need to do to prove your age, is to show your birth certificate with Social Security included. Please and thank you.
So that you can steal my identity.
And if you could bring on, and if you could bring a notary public, I would appreciate it.
And he's back in his sexy phase, in his sexy pose.
I was gonna say.
He's taking a page out of Finstock's book.
Matt, did you say you had 2 questions for me earlier?
Yes, second one. You've answered one. Now, Caleb, second question.
I can't find it.
Are porgs friends or food?
I couldn't find my porg yet.
Porgs are friends.
After
I think somebody ate mine.
After
What does
Spectacular,
Elvis think?
yeah, after Spectacular, he makes us ask everybody, because of what Ken and Emma were doing at their table at the expo. You have to ask the question every time.
What were Emma and what were they doing at their table at the expo?
They had 2 little jars with pictures of porgs on them, and one that said porgs are friends, and the other one said porgs are food. And for if you agree with it, you're supposed to put money in the container.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
which one was more full?
Friends, because of Caleb's lucky penny. He picked it up, getting off the airplane, heads up, and every time he had it, something good happened.
Right.
Nice.
Wow.
Now, I do want to say real quick, because I just got on here, so I couldn't really pay attention to any follows or whatever on Twitch. We did get a follower, so just so you guys can see what we're going to play whenever, followers or donations come in, because you guys didn't really get to react because it doesn't pop up on Streamlabs. I'm going to play this.
StreamYard.
Babu Freak.
See, I would zoom in a little closer, however.
I see the hello there.
It's just hello there.
Hello there.
So there you go. So whoever that was, I don't know who followed. Thank you.
Hello there. Yeah, hey.
Okay, so this will tell you how long it's been since I've been on the show. We have a fucking Twitch now.
Yeah, well, I've had the Twitch for a while,
that's
but
new this
I've
week.
never used it, and now it's computer,
2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, but we have a Twitch now.
Yeah.
This is my second show.
It's 2020, bro. Shit moves fast.
We have a
It's
soundboard.
probably been around since 2018. I just haven't used it, so now I'm using it. So I finally got a computer.
So Barbarian.
That's me.
I'm trying to.
Hey!
We're trying to pare down some films or decide on some films for an IG league.
Okay.
What are your feelings on? Well, I don't want to persuade you, but for example, Studio Ghibli films, or go ahead and give me 3 that non-core geek categories that you would add.
So if I were to set up an IG league, right, and this is not to criticize the Schmodown's IG league, because I think the Schmodown's IG league is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to set up my own from scratch, I would just make it any science fiction or fantasy film. So we're talking Fifth Element, Blade Runner, Total Recall, any.
Just watch that.
What do you think should get its own category, though? Because I think Back to the Future, that should be in Intergeekdom, but I don't think it should have its own category. It's 3 movies.
Well, first off, it doesn't have its own category in Intergeekdom except for in round 3.
The round 3, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, right now I have it in mixed bag with Indiana Jones and a few of the films you named, Blade Runner.
Some people do Fast and Furious films. Would you count those?
No, Fast and Furious films do not belong in IG. Neither do James Bond.
Now,
Thank you.
I have a follow-up to that Fast and Furious. If the half-joking, ludicrous interview is true and the 9th one actually does go to space, at that point, does it count as sci-fi?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Love that.
There's medicaments in Hobbs and Shaw, though.
Well, I mean, Hobbs and Shaw's got to what they do in Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, look, are you going to count any movie that has a virus that could take out the world as
right? Contagion,
science fiction?
No,
but he's Black Superman.
I think
but he's not literally Black Superman. He's someone that had.
Okay.
But in the 7th movie, and this is not to joke around saying it should be Intergeekdom. In the 7th movie, Jason Statham and Vin Diesel alone take down a fucking parking garage. These movies are just past reality.
They are fantastic.
They're fun.
And they're over the top. they're look, they keep ratcheting up the action, which I fucking love about them. But they're not science. They do not fall in the genre of science fiction.
So
Cool.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, not science fiction, but it's science fiction, and then there's also like The Hobbit, Harry Potter. You think those belong in there?
That's fantasy. That's straight fantasy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't want to seem argumentative. I'm just kind of doing devil's advocate stuff.
Fast and Furious
James
is its own. Fast and Furious is its own genre. It's known as fuck reality. It's not, sci-fi or fantasy. It's just somewhere in the middle. Fuck reality.
Maybe there's a spy league.
It's action. If you examine most action films, you'll find that there are aspects of science fiction in them.
Right.
But I'd love to see the Jumanji films in an Intergeekdom League. Those are great fantasy films. And basically, then any video game movie would basically fall then under fantasy, right? So,
I thought DK stood for Donkey Kong.
I like that movie. I am one of these people who really enjoy Tokyo Drift.
I am too, actually.
You know what I love about the Fast and Furious franchise is just like the windy road that it came to existence. Like, do you know what Vin Diesel received as payment for doing Tokyo Drift?
A 6-pack of Corona.
No, the rights to the Chronicles of Riddick franchise back.
Oh wow!
Didn't know that.
Yeah, because Universal did Pitch Black, and then they did. Well, I don't know if they did Pitch Black, but they did Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh yeah, and then Riddick. He did Riddick after that. Yeah,
that's actually really smart of him.
Yeah, and they did he wanted to keep doing those movies, but Universal didn't want to keep doing those movies. And so when they approached him about doing the cameo for Tokyo Drift, he's like, "All right, I'll do the cameo, but you got to give me the Riddick films back." And then so they independently made Riddick, but then Universal ended up signing on to distribute it anyways. So it was,
So basically, they didn't close the bell. They just repped the benefits.
Well, I think it's like by the time Riddick came out, Fast and Furious, I think it already come around to being an action franchise. So they probably thought, hey, maybe we'll make some money here.
Exactly.
So, next one. Would you count Studio Ghibli?
I mean, I don't think I would count any animated films into the IG except for, I guess, the animated films that are like superhero.
Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Spider-Verse, Lego Batman.
Teen Titans go to the movie.
I feel like there's a handful of others. Batman
Mask of the Phantasm. Yeah.
So Zathura is technically not a Jumanji film, but it's a sci-fi film, so it would go into the Intergeekdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you count Ready Player One?
Oh
yes.
Because it's about video games too.
Well, some people could make the argument that it is, but it isn't. So
I think that if it's something that has an existing IP, it should be Intergeekdom. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about different families. Like you get to make up your own rules,
Yeah, that is. It's a cool thing, but it's kind of stressful trying to keep everybody happy. That's
you'll never be able to make everybody happy, and that's
no.
I mean, it's
not at all.
Here's the thing: your league, your rules.
Right.
And that's what I
count Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings.
Isn't Bakshi movie counted as a part of the Lord of the Rings category?
I count it as part of it.
It's
not in Showdown Intergeekdom.
I don't think it should be.
Because I know it was in the exhibition match. That's why I thought maybe it would be.
Exhibition match, but it is not eligible for the Showdown Intergeekdom.
Okay.
Now, I question.
I haven't looked too much into the distinction of why. Maybe it didn't have a theatrical release in the U.S.
I think that's the only one that did, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well,
this hasn't been a problem in Intergeekdom yet, but I realized in the Star Wars match that they're asking questions about the movies, but the answers to them aren't relayed in the movies. They're relayed in like supplemental material, like characters' names.
Well, there was a problem in Intergeekdom. I mean, a problem. There was. No, I wouldn't say problem, but that was with Janine, the Machine's 5-pointer in her match against John Humphrey. the question was something that's not found in the movie anywhere. The question was, what DC character or what comic character has the name Christopher Weiss? And the answer was Slipknot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
I think they specifically said DCEU, and and it was Slipknot. And nowhere in the film will you find
it's not spoken.
It's not even not spoken, but he doesn't get an intro.
Package. He doesn't have an intro package.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not even just not spoken; it's not in the movie. And, and it's like, no, I feel like
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Now, just because it's not in the movie doesn't mean it's not a fair question, because it's like,
what was he credited as?
You should know the alter ego of every.
Right.
That's a good one. Yeah, but it's with that makes that one was problematic because Slipknot in the film is played by Adam Beach, who's Native American.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know that Slipknot is named Christopher Weiss, you're saying, okay, Christopher Weiss, that's a German name.
I looked at that question as a process of elimination thing. Because I was playing a lot at home that day, and now I do remember it. But
I guess for sure
I didn't realize they didn't actually have it written down in the movie.
I mean, honestly, for a second when I heard that question, I even questioned if they say Slipknot's name in the movie. He's gone
they
so
don't
quick
say
that it's like.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I know they say Slipknot
when he's describing. Yes, he calls him.
Oh, yes, they do. It's ADR.
What?
Hmm?
It's ADR. It's like clearly after recorded dialogue.
But it's in the film. Even though
Suicide Squad's editing is a whole different issue than
Yeah, it
Suicide
really
Squad itself.
Okay. Now,
so getting back to what I was saying before I got cut out, it's like it's a German name that never get. So it's like if you're just trying to think what DCU character could have this German name, you're not going to think of the Native American character, right?
Right.
I feel like the instinct guess would be like Joel Kinnaman because he's international. I don't know if he's German, but I know he's like originally from like Scandinavian.
I mean, he's Australian.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I always thought that answer though, like even though I didn't know the answer, like if you asked the question, you can kind of go through your head. It's like Harley Quinn's name is Harley Quinzel. Captain Boomerang is Harkness. But at least I did. That's how I would have gotten that. But it's still cheap.
They didn't say what Suicide Squad character. They said what DCEU character.
DCEU character, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So there's 8 films from which to go through, and it could be. Maybe it's one like, and I think wasn't her guess like Black Manta? Like
I thought it was either
I think she said Black Manta
or the wheelchair guy in Batman vs Superman. I don't know his name.
You mean Wallace? Wallace from Batman vs Superman?
That might have been his name. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Kevin, why don't you ask him about this little conversation we had today?
Yeah, we were talking about this. What is Arwen's relation to Galadriel?
I don't think she has any actual relation to Galadriel. She is the daughter of Elrond. And Elrond is from Rivendell, a.k.a. Imladris, a.k.a. the Last Homely House. And Galadriel is the Lady of Lothlorien. So they don't even live in the same place. So I don't think they have any actual relationship.
Yeah, we were talking about this. I had seen it. I don't know if it was on a special edition or not, but I'm pretty sure it says online that they are Galadriel is her grandmother.
Will that make Galadriel Elrond's?
Through Elrond, though. It is through Elrond. So
Galadriel Elrond's mother? I had never heard that. I mean, I'm curious to check it out on the one was it the One Ring or whatever, the website for it.
Yeah. We were the main discussion was about was it on special edition or was it brought up in the regular
question.
The regular version.
Question. Ask him the donut question. I kind of want to hear his opinion as an IG player and what he thinks about it. All right, hold on. Before we do that, let's pause that for a minute. Because this is a match that we have to edit and put out later. But Oh, and by the way, Mashed Potato says it's through Elrond's wife, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been doing research on
Right.
it to get an
Okay.
answer.
Thank you. I
So,
knew it was through
so
Elrond somehow.
So, yeah,
what I-
Galadriel is Elrond's mother-in-law.
The sentence that I found
There you go.
that says it here is through, excuse the pronunciation, through Celebrian's wedding to Elrond, Galadriel was the grandmother of Elladen, Elroyer, and Arwen. Excuse the pronunciation, but
Interesting. Okay.
Also, the other thing that I mentioned, just because I like to look things up. With Suicide Squad, I was right. Joel Kinnaman is Swedish. Jai Courtney's the one that's Australian.
Well, I knew Jai Courtney was Australian.
Wow.
I didn't realize Joel Kinnaman was Swedish. I actually spent a lot of time in Sweden last year. I did not see his name mentioned anywhere.
All right, Kevin, you got that question pulled up?
Yeah, the other question I wrote is in Iron Man 2, following his drunken birthday scrap with Rhodey, Nick Fury finds Tony sitting in a giant what?
Yes, he's in a giant donut. It's at the top of Randy's Donuts in Los Angeles.
Now we had kind of.
But here's what'd you say?
We had kind of a debate. Caleb in the chat said a giant donut, and the other competitor put a giant donut sign. And the debate was, he asked what was he sitting in, and the answer was donut, and he said sign. So the debate was,
it's not a sign. Now the question is how it's definitely not a sign. But the question is look, how anal are you going to be about your questions? Just make sure that you are make sure that you're consistent. Just make sure you're consistent. Okay. If you look through old Schmodown matches, season 1, they'll accept the guy who was in this. You basically knew what it was.
Right.
And but then later on, someone says Stephen Hawkins instead of Stephen Hawking, and they don't get the answer. So over the years, it's
Idris Elba.
I would say the best example of that very recently was with the Star Wars tournament. The question about the ray shields or whatever it was, where in a previous match they said that question, each competitor gave 3 different answers where they were almost right but not quite, but they gave it to them because they knew it. And then in this match, both competitors did the same thing and they got it wrong, and a challenge was thrown down on it for that reason. And it's that's the evolution right there with literally the same question.
Yeah, well, what was really interesting with that was a terrific strategic move by Adam Witt's part, because he cost himself the point. They were originally going to award both of them the point, but by virtue of challenging it, saying that they were both wrong, Adam Witt prevented Molly Damon from getting a bonus question that round.
I didn't like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was rough. So back to the sign though. There's a definition of sign that says a notice that is publicly displayed giving information or instructions in a written or symbolic form. So that giant donut is telling you donuts here. I would feel that kind of donut sign. It is a sign. It's advertisement for the restaurant itself.
But it is the full shape of a donut.
Yeah.
We all know a sign.
Right.
It's not a sign. It's a giant donut. He's in a giant donut.
Oh, I can't agree with that. But that's
but we'll give them both the point. Needless to say, we both gave them the point.
Yeah, I'd say because it's like, would you call the McDonald's logo a sign? Like, would you what's like a?
But here's the thing: if it's just the arches without the backdrop, it's not a sign. They're the arches. But if it's the arches is part of a sign, you can go through the dictionary and parse through definition of words to kind of make arguments about things.
What's the name of the donut shop?
What?
Randy's Donuts.
Randy's Donuts.
Randy's Donuts. It's a very famous donut shop in Los Angeles.
I didn't realize it was a famous place when I made that question. It's just a round 1 question, but
it is a famous donut shop in Los Angeles.
I feel like I know what he's doing. I looked up a picture of it and it does say it on there, but I feel like the Matt, you said you gave them both the point.
Correct.
I feel like that's the right call. I feel like most people would go to giant donut. Yeah.
If you're gonna be loose with things, just be loose with things. And if you're gonna be anal about things, be anal about things. But just make sure you're consistent.
Yeah, be loose to a point. That's my.
No, exactly. But like,
and I used those pictures. Besides the fact when we were in LA, we went there for donuts. That's a different story. I used that picture right there as the third judge. I was sitting in the background, kind of monitoring, keeping an eye on people's hands and so forth. I used those images right there to go, this is why you're both getting the point, because it is a donut, but it does have, Randy's Donuts on it. So officially it is a sign. That's why we went ahead and gave them to both. But if Jonathan Peck's still watching, I do want to give him a quick shout out for putting this into the Jesus, I can't talk. The Action Industries Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just posted this show in their Discord.
Nice. I mean, because look, at the end of the day, it's not actually a donut, but it's like, because it's not made of bread and whatnot. But
Hank Pym didn't enlarge a donut.
But it's a giant donut, That's the thing. It's like, it's, like at the end of the day, I feel like, they were both correct enough.
I always say if the question has more than one answer, it's not a good question.
But that doesn't have more than one answer. And the other question is like, trying to remember that scene. Does let's see here. Does Fury is he sitting in the donut?
He actually yes, and Fury actually and Fury actually says, "Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to please step down from the donut."
Yeah, that's the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question.
The
question was, it was a giant what?
If we want to get real technical with it, and we want to talk about applying Schmodown rules to it, how many times has the Schmodown called somebody on something because even though it's not a quotes question, they were looking for what was exactly said in the movie?
Oh, I 100% agree. That's why
he says donut in the movie. So if you're remembering the quote, then it's donut.
But it's not about the quote. And the Schmodown doesn't.
No.
Yeah. Some questions do ask for it, some don't.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Adam did
what it said. They didn't say what it said. Where was he found? He was found in a giant donut. Now, if we're going it's interesting because everyone threw a huge fit about the absolute versus absolutes, but in the match of DeMolanta versus Molly Damon.
Yeah,
the quote
only
is
deals
absolutes. But I'm sure the way the question was phrased, it wasn't a quotes question. It was according to I forget who. According to so and so, I've had some Trulies. All right, so do this verbatim. Point is that
Obi-Wan, a Sith only deals in blank.
Only a Sith deals.
There you go. Only a Sith.
They didn't say only a Sith deals in blank. They said only a Sith deals in what.
There you go.
So it's not, but it's not a quotes question.
Yeah.
It's there.
So absolution would have been not absolute. That's a different thing. Yeah.
Absolutes is just plural of absolute. And I think both were correct. Even though I was worried that they would challenge it, watching the match, I knew that the exact quote was absolutes, but I also thought that Andrew was correct in having just the singular of it. Because
this might be interesting for next season. Do you think we should have referees in the Schmodown? Like, we have people that are just managers. Should we have people that are involved in the Schmodown where it's just their job to referee and have no other
judge? Isn't there a third judge at every match?
There's the person that wrote the question.
Judge, and during these matches that are during the studio matches, it's a third, just depending on who's there for the day. But in these online matches, we're having PJ come in and be the third judge, basically. But
I'm saying official position. Have like pinstripes and everything. Have them dressed like Foot Locker employees, and have that be a position for like the league. I think it would be great because you have managers, you have players. Maybe there's people that can't really be involved and would like to be involved in that capacity. Then there's an impartial judge for each situation, and if there's a judgment call, they'll make it.
I mean, I feel like I can't think of a single sport in which people like the referees. So I
That is true. As a referee, a high school referee, that is true. 100%.
It's about what you said, consistency. I'm a big baseball fan. I don't care if the referee's strike zone is wicked large or wicked small, as long as he's consistent with both teams. So that's my biggest. As long as they're consistent about it. And with some of these questions, it's hard to be consistent. So it is a judgment call in some of these situations, but I think they've done the best they could, like in a lot of these situations.
Yeah, I mean they try very hard.
Yeah,
and like, it's a Herculean task also.
Titan
Trivia.
That's why there's challenges.
Yeah, no, exactly. Titan Trivia, just let your hair grow. Just let it grow.
No,
I had long hair until about a week ago, and I cut it off. And
Chris, they cannot pull that off. Don't tell them to do that.
Kale.
Yeah. So
I'm back. So I was just gonna say, so my justification for that challenge wasn't so much the fact that he was wrong, just I don't know. There's the semantics argument, right? So it was like an example of a Ben Bateman kind of challenge where it's it's semantically it's a gray area whether it's correct or not, and I can throw my opponent off. So that's why I made that challenge.
True.
That's why I would like to.
Do you want to use your challenge that you might need later on for something that's more concrete, just to throw them off?
I think this was a challengeable question in the Schmodown. We were talking about the Molly and Adam match when it was about the R2D2 C3 who interrupted the funeral. What I want to know is why was Padme so offended when R2 came in to deliver a message? Isn't that exactly what she told him to do?
That's a great question. I mean, at the same time, At the same time, you should probably recognize that it's a goddamn funeral and show some goddamn respect.
I think the better question is, R2, why are you late for the funeral? Where have you been?
Gathering you.
That's a question for Dave Filoni.
I want to see the R2 subtitle edit of the Star Wars films.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
If you listen to the interplay between R2D2 and C3PO, his reactions to what R2 says, it's like R2 is a foul-mouthed motherfucker.
I almost try to put in words it almost sounds like he says this you're an asshole or something like that.
Stop hitting me in the face.
Have any of you guys read the Star Wars as Shakespeare, all in iambic pentameter and stuff?
Yes.
They actually give R2 lines and then translate it into the beeps and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So
Chopper is really easy to
also
understand.
really fun.
He's got a lot of sass in his beeps.
Well, sure, yeah, Chopper.
I think Adam and Paul should do that. They should redo
another.
I
was thinking the same thing.
Shakespearean, a Shakespearean new trilogy or OG trilogy.
Yeah.
Someone did that with the Big Lebowski. They called it a gentleman of Verona or gentleman of Venice. A gentleman of Venice, I think they called it.
Yeah,
but it's
that is funny. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, I have to admit it. I just recently watched for the second time Big Lebowski, and it gets better every time you watch it.
Wait, you've only seen it twice?
Yeah, after I asked a question that he couldn't answer in a trivia match.
That movie came out 22 years ago.
I said that, but it's
an average of once every
11
years. That's insane.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I studied it more and paid more attention to it. I didn't just sit there and watch it as a movie.
You watched it as an adult.
Yeah, there you go. I watched it as an adult. I mean, I watched it growing up, but after I got older, it got more. It made more sense.
Yeah, I watched Total Recall today, and that was the first time that I saw that movie.
Oh, good for you!
I saw it on cable before.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you missed. Hold on. So when you saw it on cable, you missed the.
Yes, I did.
I had a follow-up question, Nikki. I was going to ask, what was it like seeing your first, second, and third boob?
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they were all fake. That's the one thing.
I'd hope 2 of them are real. That'd be uncomfortable.
They
to
were
3 fake ones around.
No, we know the third one.
Which two would be real?
But they didn't look. I'm talking about the exterior of it. All the exterior of it looked like a silicone, like something that maybe a drag queen would wear. And so I don't think that.
Okay,
that
Mickey,
so it doesn't count. It's John Constantine.
It's called suspension of disbelief. Okay, it is. You're watching a movie of people on Mars, and you're being like, "Nah, those are fake."
There are a lot of better one. Wait, I have an even better one. Nikki, how do you know about fake boobs? You know, like drag queen fake boobs. Like
how can
that's something we need to dig into.
I'm not talking about implants. I'm talking about the ones that are like for
I
like
know.
drag queens.
Right.
Specifically about that. How do you know that much?
Yes,
because Devin's mother used to do drag queen videos. She used to record drag shows. We went over this last week.
Interesting.
Oh, see, I have an excuse.
It was 2 weeks ago.
I understand that, but I want to point out the fact that you know more about silicone drag queen boobs
body parts.
Real ones.
All right. One of them you can buy on eBay and look at pictures of. The other one you actually need to know a woman is seeing first person.
I want to change this topic to say that if anyone has a chance, there's a spoof song called "Total Recallin'," which is basically a spoof. They took "Free Fallin'" by Tom Petty and made it about Total Recall. Yeah. It is fantastic. It's such a style of Arnold, and I would recommend everyone watching this to find that and watch it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You can thank me later.
All right, so I'm going to say something, and Matt, you can prepare to kick me. But since we're talking about Total Recall, how about that Colin Farrell remake? Huh?
Colin Farrell is the most underrated actor working today. He really is.
The Colin
as far
Farrell
as a lot of the movies he does are bad, but he's always good in them.
It was so disappointing, especially considering that Bryan Cranston in the villain role.
One, they didn't go to Mars. I want to point that out. That was a major gripe I had. They didn't even go to fucking Mars.
So let me ask you something. I didn't see it. So does he play the same character, or is it just the same concept with a different character?
No, it's the same character.
I think he's still Quaid, right? It's still Quaid.
Yeah, he's still
Then I have a problem with it, yeah. Then they should have gone to Mars.
But yeah, no, they're not on Mars. They're in like quote unquote Australia, even though it's
watching
really
your beer.
It's really clearly supposed to be China, but they call it Australia, so they can release it in China. But it's like it's very clear that they filmed the whole thing to be in China, but then after the fact said it's Australia.
Too bad Grant's not here. He could comment on that.
I've tried to get his ass to join us.
He lives in the distant planet of Australia.
He's watching the UFC.
UFC, yeah.
Does he come from the land down under?
Does he enjoy Vegemite sandwiches?
Vegemite.
Yeah, can you hear the thunder? You better run. You better take cover.
I worked with an Australian, and he introduced me to Vegemite sandwiches, and guess what? They're fucking tasty.
Really?
Yeah. You have to put a little butter on it. You know, like bread, butter, and Vegemite. Fantastic.
Okay, well.
Maybe some like grilled cheese with Vegemite on it. Yeah.
What does it actually taste like? I've only heard people shit on it or defend it. What does it actually taste like?
It's hard to describe. I wouldn't eat Vegemite by itself.
Okay,
so
that's what I've heard.
It needs to be like a companion with something else.
It's like putting like jam or jelly on a sandwich with like butter or something.
Yeah, except I'd eat jam or jelly by itself. It's a little too sweet, but like
horseradish.
Like you could like it'll taste bad
mayonnaise
without anything else. But like it complements other flavors. Like you wouldn't need a spoonful of salt, right?
I've seen people do that. I mean,
well, yes, but you wouldn't do it because you're a sane person. Are you a sane person?
That's debatable.
You have not seen other episodes of the show.
Come up.
So I just personally said to Grant he needs to join us.
All right.
Join us in the non-corporeal form that is the internet.
Where is this grand fellow?
Australia.
Watching the UFC fight on a different stream.
On a different stream? Oh, Jesus.
Doesn't he know how to do the OBS virtual cam so he can be on more than one stream at the same time?
No, probably not.
All right. I want to ask. Yeah. Do y'all have any liquor with you? Who wants to do a shot with me?
I just have.
Yeah.
If you're under 21, I heard
Devin
Devin just graduated high school, so he might not be able to have a shot. But if you're under 21, use like soda or pop.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
Or
I
water.
gotta go grab my bottle.
I can shove
Hey,
from
if
this comic
Grant
alone.
jumps in and somebody at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shot. Give me a second here. Let me get a shot poured real
I'll
quick.
use this bottle cap and I'll pour. Wait, where's the camera? There it is. And I'll pour.
So
There we go. I'll pour Pepsi in it.
I'm gonna turn this into an ad for Don Julio and Yeho. I've been drinking Don Julio 1942, but I couldn't find another bottle of 1942, so I'm doing the Añejo today. Although really I'm more of a Patron guy, but I ran out of my Patron supply ran dry once Bacardi bought them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, Devin
Yeah,
has
but-
his helmet ready in case they throw up.
Right.
Oh.
So
Well, give me a second. I gotta open this bottle.
I mean,
Why
you
do
could
I
always
feel
make
like-
another helmet.
Why do I feel like
let me
I've
change
heard-
it. Devin has my helmet ready in case they need to.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I'm having a great time with you guys. This
I'm doing
show-
spilling.
This show has been fun, fantastic. What did you say? We all do a shot together. Hold on a second.
I'm working on it, damn it.
You're gonna find a glass. Hold on a second. I'm trying to
This is
find
literally all I have. I wish I had something sweeter.
Where
Caleb, good God, is that a shot in you?
It's a glass.
Good God, man.
I got a bottle.
Oh, hey, gentlemen.
All right.
Ozzy has joined us.
Found some Carrot Bay coconut rum.
Grant, you're supposed to get a lick and take a shot with us.
Apparently.
Okay.
Grant, I have a question for you. What's your favorite way to eat Vegemite?
All right, so you get a bit of toast. You get some butter on it. You get a very thin bit on there. Make sure that the toast is warm and just a little bit of Vegemite. The bitterness works really well with the creaminess of the butter. You can use. Make sure the butter has to be melted on the toast. Don't do it when it's still cold, otherwise it's not going to be as good. And the key to it is do not think it's like Nutella and have big chunks of it. It's a small amount and it's delicious.
Exactly.
And anyone who uses a spoon to eat Nutella, there's a special place in hell for you for that.
That's
So
sometime out.
Exactly.
I'll drink
All
that.
right. Oh, you have Patron there, Matty? Did I see some Patron?
I do. I
There
have
we
two.
go.
I have two kinds of Patron.
All right.
Silver and gold.
Nice.
Matt, is that just beer? Is that just a bottle cap full of Pepsi?
Just a bottle cap of Pepsi.
Grant, what are you
All the
drinking?
alcohol's gone. Everybody drank it all.
Pepsi.
Grant, what are you drinking?
Wine.
Wine. All right. Do a shot of wine.
How do you do a shot of wine, bro?
What I do is I take a syringe and I inject it straight into my liver. The 30 ml kick, it'll keep me going all night.
Grant, I think you're doing it wrong. I think you're supposed to go up the other end with that. That's how you take a shot.
You do that with fizzy drinks because the bubbles rise, so it naturally helps.
Okay, Grant's my educator in that field.
Guys, I'm getting.
Are we doing this?
Do you need a demonstration? Do you need a demonstration of Vegemite?
I was getting a message from Aaron saying that he thinks his internet crashed. However, if his internet crashed, how is he sending us a message?
And gentlemen, to that we need to
LTE.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Down the hatch. Well, that's good. I like alcohol.
All right, everybody, pour a second one.
Oh yes. men. We will pour more alcohol.
We are men.
We are men who drink alcohol.
This is like the first time we've actually drank
Well,
this.
in Australia, we just call that being Australian.
Here we go.
Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Let me ask you a question.
Hello.
If your internet was down, how were you messaging us on the internet?
My cell phone. Doesn't it to connect to my house?
Okay.
All right, guys.
Fair enough.
Likely story.
Right.
All right.
Caleb's like, what the fuck, dude? I've never been on this show. Now y'all are drinking?
Wait, are you serious about that second one?
Yes.
I am. Serious as a heart attack.
I will drink what I legally can, but I'll
Guys,
chug more than the rest of you.
Wait, Aaron, you're not 21?
I'm 20. I turned 21 in 3 months.
All right,
Alright, Devin and Aaron can't do it.
Yeah,
Too bad.
No, if you're not 21,
See, by the time that I was 20 legally, I called players as an alcoholic because we can drink when we're 18.
Did you know
Yeah,
that Miami
well,
was
If I be a
established
country,
in
if I be a
1915?
country,
All right, gentlemen,
doesn't make any sense.
to the Barbarian.
Oh, that's me.
Skull.
Lads, here's to glory. Here's to the finest crew in Starfleet.
Oh, well, that was good.
Oh, I understood that reference.
Oh, that was a good alcohol.
That was a good alcohol.
And he chases it with a. Wait a minute. What are you drinking? Craig,
That's
what else are
truly.
you drinking?
What, me?
Oh, what's your truly?
I drink the añejo. The Don Julio añejo.
Nice.
I don't think you can legally say that anymore.
So gentlemen, I've got 6 minutes before I got to clock out. I've got an appointment with a swimming pool.
Very nice.
And it's,
Don't drink and swim, people.
huh?
Don't drink and swim, people.
No. Do drink and swim.
Yes.
Do?
No.
Yeah,
It's a very
absolutely.
shallow
I don't
You
know.
were on vacation 2 weeks ago, and yes, you absolutely drink and go to the pool.
Yeah,
Or
you
drink
You
while
just don't bring the alcohol. Don't bring the glass to the pool. You got to drink and then go to the pool.
There you go.
No, fuck that noise. You drink at the resort we were at. Actually had a bar.
Devin's
attached.
drinking his virtual reality controller.
So we actually could get alcohol at the pool.
Nice.
Oh, good for you.
So you guys are a blast. Who's got questions for me?
I don't
Oh.
Yeah, don't overcrowd him at once, guys. Jeez, I mean, he's only the special guest. Like,
Actually, hold on. So since I showed up right after the Schmodown talk seemed to stop, I actually have a question. If this was asked, you can tell me to fuck off and rush the first hour of the show. It's okay. The only main league, because like Star Wars is like its own unique thing. The only main
You're
league in the
probably
Schmodown you
right.
haven't played in is teams yet. So if there was one person, whether it's on your faction or just in the Schmodown in general, that you feel would suit you the best, no matter who like take away who's already partnered. If there was one person who suits you best, who would you want to team with?
I mean, I want to take the political approach to this because I don't want to. I'll say this: the person that I've been friends with the longest in the league is Ethan Irwin, and while my main goal going into the draft was to get on the Finstock Exchange, I knew there was a chance that I would get drafted onto the Droogs with Ethan because I was sitting next to Ethan and he was telling Robert Meyer Burnett to draft me, but he didn't, thank God. And in my mind, I was like, well, even though I would rather be on the Finstock Exchange, being on the Droogs would give me a great chance to like actually be Ethan's tag team partner, and we would just fucking destroy the league. That said, I think that I think so. Right now in my faction, there are 3 people who I could possibly be paired with, and I think that because we had 2 teams already, so 4 people knocked out. Demolanta's Star Wars only, Emily's IG only, so they're knocked out. So that just leaves me, Sabrina, Gray, and Cody. And I think that a team of me and any one of those 3 individuals we would complement each other's strengths and weaknesses very well. and we would. I don't have any weaknesses, so yeah, anyway. Point is,
You and Cody
that-
could have a fun team name.
I mean, I would love to be a teammate with any one of those three. It saddens me that once this begins, once I get locked into a team, I'm going to have to, be monogamous with a one teammate person, basically forever, because they can only break up a team if they lose 2 matches in a row. And since me and my teammate are never going to lose, we'll never be able to be broken up, which is fine. I will be fine going undefeated in teams with my eventual teammate. But I will just say I have so much respect and admiration for all three of Sabrina, Gray, and Cody. And I think that each of them would complement my skills, and I would complement their skills in a very unique and different way.
That's awesome. We all know you did so well in the Jurassic Park match. The Middle Earth exhibition match was awesome. All the exhibition matches so far this year have been awesome. What would you propose next year as an exhibition match that hasn't already been this year?
That's a great question. I love that question. So here's a I actually pitched this to Christian. He didn't take me up on it, but this is something that me and this was actually, I'm going to give credit here to Brendan the Kid Meyer. So me, Chance, and Brendan the Kid Meyer were talking about having an esoteric wheel slice match, where every participant in the match gets to pick 2 wheel slices of just like an esoteric thing. So it's like, you could say like, instead of, maybe choose like Mark Boone Jr. films,
that's amazing.
Invent like new wheel slices to put in. So each of us gets to like pick 2 just random ass, like super ridiculous
that
wheel
would be
slices
awesome.
to put on the wheel. Yeah.
You could pick something really specific, like sci-fi bombs between 1980 June and 1981 May.
Exactly.
Or like Grant Grant and I have a teams match coming up, and he picked box office bombs.
Oh, I love that.
For you.
So
yes,
like,
it is, Nick. It is very good for us. Thank you.
I feel like
that
we
would
did,
be
like,
cool to see, though.
Me, Brendan, Chance, and Oyama could like do that match.
Oh, man.
And they would just that would be the
my
most
phone's
fun
gotta go,
match
guys.
the most fun exhibition
It was
match in short
nice to meet you, Barbarian. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Grant,
don't make me kill you.
I'll check your stream out, but fuck off.
Yeah, that sounds
I know, right?
that sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, Grant, don't leave us again.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, I'm glad he gave us his take on Vegemite. It was very similar to what I was telling you guys about Vegemite. So I'm kind of an Australian.
Yeah, basically.
What kind of person
Yeah.
makes me drink vodka then leaves?
So here's the deal.
Good God, man.
There were 2
Wait,
errands.
you're on there twice.
There were
now?
2 errands for a second.
There were
Did you
2
see that?
errands.
There was
Yeah.
Wait,
All right,
so go back there. Am I losing my shit?
So guys, I'm gonna need to go soon, but I want to do at least one more shot before I go, and I want to know if there's.
Oh my
any
God,
more
no!
questions. Any more? Is there any questions in the chat? Is there anyone who has a question for me?
Okay.
Why are you making me do this?
Least favorite IG movie.
I mean, wait, least favorite IG movie? The Josh Trank Fantastic.
No, there's good stuff in there.
I'll drink to that.
No. The Josh Trank Fantastic Four film is so fucking boring. You know what my favorite bad IG film is, though? Punisher Warzone. Oh my God.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Do yourself a favor and watch Punisher Warzone. It is amazing.
It's not even a bad
I love
movie.
it even more.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's like at this point I'm not even sure if it's a good bad movie or it might just be a good movie. I don't know.
It's just a good movie. I'm telling you.
Like I love
I'm
Punisher
going to
Warzone.
get my applesauce back.
Oh yeah. Oh man. I just love the parkour scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's so
The
awesome.
parkour scene might be my favorite scene in the entire Intergeekdom. But oh my god,
That's a bold statement.
have you seen the parkour scene in Punisher Warzone?
I have recently.
Tell me a better
It's
scene
incredible.
in the IG, because the
Have you seen
Punisher,
Dirty Laundry?
that's not in the IG.
No, I know, but it's still cool.
It is cool.
No,
Nikki's
no,
just trying to
I've
keep
not
up.
seen Dirty Laundry. All right,
All right, guys. He wants his final drink, so up to the
let's do
bar.
another group.
All right.
You guys are a ton of fun.
Bottle, I guess.
Don't whip me anymore. Stop whipping me.
I already had a drink.
You guys are a ton of fun. Matt, get Caleb a Switch so I can get him that game, okay?
Yeah, get me a Switch.
Yeah. My name's Caleb too. I don't know why it says Kevin.
Your ass. It's like my grandmother had.
Yeah, I'm doing a cheap plug for my little brother, Barbarian Kyle Gaynier, was the lead designer on a game that Nintendo released as a Nintendo first-party game called Good Job. It was released in March, I believe. It was either March or April. No, wait, no, it was definitely April. Wait, when was it? No, it was March. It was definitely. I have no idea when it was released. It was released during the pandemic. Point is, super proud of my brother. He's been in the Netherlands for the last 3 years, most of the time making this game. And I beat the game. It is a very fun game. My name is not in the credits. I was very disappointed to find that. He thanks my parents, but not me, asshole. And, despite that, I still give him cheap props. And yeah, I want everyone to play the game. Good?
Good.
I'll have to check it out.
Absolutely.
I was going to ask you to plug stuff anyways, but okay.
Well, then I'll plug some stuff in a second.
Well, okay. Down the hatch, shall we?
Seriously.
I already did it.
All right. I'm gonna gentlemen, wait. I gotta make a toast.
All right.
All right. So this toast is gonna go out in part to Grant and to Aaron, who left us. It's one of my favorite toasts to make. It says, to absent friends. Fuck them. Whoa, that was a good alcohol. I like that alcohol. Whoa!
Now we're at Fuck My Internet.
Yeah, that's some really good alcohol.
19.
Yikes.
So, Craig, you have to run. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
All right, so I'm on the interwebs many places. First off, if y'all haven't friended me on Facebook, friend me on Facebook. It's under my human name, Craig Gaynier, which I don't really answer to very much, but I will answer to if you friend me there. So all y'all, especially like you guys, I think I'm friends with a few of you already, but the ones that aren't, please let me know. And it's my Facebook's mostly just me crying about my dead wife. But on Twitter, I am at Barbarian Craig. On twitch.tv/Mogwai417. I'm a huge Gremlins fan. Mogwai like the Gremlins. 417 is my birthday.
I was just
I like him even more.
I love the Mogwai reference.
Thank you. And then on Instagram, I'm CF Gaynier. C as in Craig, F as in Frank. And then Gaynier, which is French for winning, Gaynier.
And if you friend him on Facebook, you can find out how to spell that.
Exactly.
I don't know how to spell that.
I was going to say, live on air, I took you up on it.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. I will accept your request shortly. No, wait. Not you. You don't like the Avengers.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
And he's gone.
And he's dead.
Are you back?
Real quick, that Ed is dead we actually took from Paul and Adam's Star Wars commentary.
Nice.
And he's dead.
I love those guys. Can I just say briefly again? I've said this on a couple of places before, but like Paul Preston has been a rock for me, and I just want he is a terrific human being, and everyone should sing his praise. I fucking love Paul Preston.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
He's been on our show several times. He actually did a takeover where he literally ran the show. We
Oh
were
my God.
his
The
mercy.
graduation video for Devin saying
Yeah,
happy
he
graduation.
did a graduation video for Devin. He showed up for our May the 4th stream. Adam Witt's been around a few times. Yeah, so
I love Adam.
fantastic.
The
Yeah,
first
for
time I
a
met Adam
crowd.
Witt, the first time I met Adam Witt was at a tape day, and he ended up talking about Terminator films for about 45 minutes. It was crazy.
He
And I
can
was
do
like,
that.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
definitely can.
Oh yeah, no.
And he added me on Facebook.
Oh, good for you.
Well timed. Well timed.
Because he's
good
doing
at
it
that.
for himself.
All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna leave you with
I
this.
did it to myself. That's how we do it every night. Live
Gentlemen,
long and prosper, my friend.
Live long and
Live
prosper.
Peace
For
and
sure.
long life.
I will also say, like in this time of pandemic, we need to replace the handshake with this. Live long and
Exactly. I've been
prosper.
saying that for weeks. This is
I
taking
agree.
over. United Federation of Planets flag will wave for all time.
All
Again,
right.
Barbarian, thank you for joining us. Hopefully,
Thank you for
Elvis
having
won't
me.
eat you. Hopefully, Elvis won't eat you. And anytime you want to come back, if you're making that run to the championship in either IG or singles, you got to come back here first.
Don't forget teams.
Okay, well,
That's right.
that hasn't been announced yet. So, I mean,
I think you and Elvis are already a team. I mean, does that count? You can just
There you
answer all the
go.
questions yourself.
I mean, Elvis and I have challenged Vinny Mancuso and Owen Mugen. I don't know if
Yeah.
guys are fan enough to accept that challenge, but
that
Elvis
would be
and I challenged them to
awesome.
a Kings match. So we'll see.
I feel like that's the biggest ball move to take Elvis against
Anyway.
two men called the
Do it,
Butcher
do it.
Boys.
Anyway, all right, guys, this has been so fun. I will come back whenever you want me.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll
Nice
talk
meeting
soon.
you.
Barbarian.
Enjoy
Have a
your
good one.
food.
You're welcome. Rock and roll till you die.
Hell
Peace.
yeah.
Too sweet. Okay, guys. That was one, I have to admit, I'll say
That
it
was
on
awesome.
that was one of my most favorite episodes we've done. Like,
Guys, I'm 120 pounds.
No doubt.
congratulations. Oh, good for you.
Oh, good for you.
What I mean is
Was
that
he,
3 shots for you
I was gonna
is 6
say
shots for me.
this was
Yeah, this
this
is
was
empty.
probably not a good idea. But
Lightweight.
So do we
Wait,
have
you guys only did 3
Talk
shots? I
about
killed
bird.
this bottle.
I also
I'm
ate
civilized. I drink
I
out of a
also
cat.
ate two of
moisturizer
those. So
Hey,
Right?
Kevin's
yeah.
on cloud nine right now.
really have anything
I,
to talk about?
I'm
Or
feeling-
No, I think
I'm
we should end
feeling
the show
pretty
tonight.
good.
with Superman flying into the camera and smiling. We'll put it up on the big one.
But that one has red eyes. Like it's.
Are
It's
we
okay.
done? We're already
No.
done.
Bum, bum, ba-dun, dun, dun, dun,
I now crack the screen
He's,
like Jeremy
he's
John.
flying.
kill
He's
everybody.
flying. He's flying to kill Sex Luthor.
I don't,
No, don't encourage that. I'll actually do it. One of us will do that.
I don't know what's worse about that shot that just happened. Nikki flying Superman or Devin in the back just wondering what to do.
So, who would be this better Sex Luthor? Me or him?
How about
As a straight man, I cannot answer that.
how about we end with watching the end of your versus,
Matt,
seven-
Matt's not comfortable with his sexuality. Check.
I'm very comfortable with
I was
mine.
gonna
Actually, no,
finish.
that's not true. I'm very uncomfortable with mine. I'm uncomfortable with all aspects of sexuality.
Nikki doesn't have a sex.
I'm not capable of that emotion.
So I think we should end the show with Nikki doing his commentary to The Rock and 7 Nights Fighting.
Oh yeah.
7
that-
out of
Yes,
9. Not 7, 9.
Are we already done?
Luddite.
No, we're
You
not
get
done
me-
yet. Wait.
You get me all drunk and gussied up, and
This takes a
now,
while.
now
This
you don't want
takes
to
a
Well,
talk.
while.
then we'll jump over
Kevin.
Kevin. Then we'll jump over to Grant. And we'll just go over there and watch her.
Fuck's sake, be patient.
Look, the goal was to get you so drunk that once you hit that moment, we're just gonna leave you at your home alone.
I
Guys,
know.
Hold on. I can twist this and make a good
I'll
promo.
just watch a movie.
The
It's
real
all good.
victim here is Devin. After you guys hang up, he's gonna be stuck here with me.
The real victim.
That's weekly. Here, Kevin, listen. TMG After Dark, the only show where a group of men won't get you drunk and fuck you afterwards.
Right.
Shit, I wanted to ask you about the Snyder Cut. Shit.
I wish the Snyder Cup was coming out tonight. The Snyder Cup. The Snyder Cup. 12 hockey team.
I feel like
I was gonna say,
the Snyder Cup. Zack Snyder sings the national anthem.
Cars.
every night.
Is that what they win in Cars 2? The Snyder Cup?
Okay, here we go, guys. The Rock. He is trash talking 7 of 9 with the greatest of his ability. 7 of 9 is saying that your trash talk is irrelevant. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. This is the queen, not the queen of the Borg, but the chosen one of the Borg. She is the product of years of Borg intuition, plus the courtesy of the Voyager crew, who is watching on Neelix, Tom Paris, Harry Kim, and Commander Chakotay, cheering their crewmate on. Chakotay,
Did you see that unnecessary spin?
Lana Torres trying to beam 7 of 9 out of the fight. They are trying to throw in the title. She said, what? I could read lips. She said, what? 7 of 9 trying to kick the Rock in her face. That's been the best move of 7 of 9. Neelix impressed by the moves of 7 of 9. Kicking him in the chest. He zapped him. She hit his arc reactor and zapped him. 7 of 9 trying to talk the Rock down, and the Rock just punches her in the face, knocking her on her back. Commander Chakotay looks on with concern as 7 of 9 gets another knock in the face. 7 of 9 takes a blow to the face. Lana Torres desperately trying to beam her crewmate out of danger, but she's having difficulty locking onto the signature. All she's getting is photonic energy there. There are only photonic signals. Oh my God, a turn of events. It's a hologram. Tom Paris and Commander Chakotay are realizing that this is in fact a hologram broadcasted from another location in the Delta Quadrant. She is not actually there. The Rock is not actually there. As 7 of 9 runs up the wall and hits. Oh no, the Rock. Oh, the Rock throws her on the ground. Oh God.
That was a good bump on that standing clothesline.
7 of 9 trying to go with the
that
palm
was a
punch.
good bump.
Palm punch. Great Vulcan move. And yes, that is Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs playing Wei Young and the Andorian from Star Trek Enterprise. It absolutely is. He kicked her in the
boot to the face.
You will be assimilated. 7 of 9 hesitated. This may cost her the match. Neelix looking on.
He went Chris Brown on her. He went Chris Brown on her.
I think that's
Jesus, man.
7 of 9. I think The Rock has won this match.
Can you smell what the Rock is
They smell what The Rock is cooking. The ridges on his forehead are the ridges of a warrior. The Voyager crew looks on with concern. How will they ever save their crewmate 7 of 9? Released drone from the Borg Collective. Pupil of Catherine Janeway. Find out next time on Star Trek Voyager.
Woo!
I don't know why, but that was really
My heart is pumping. My heart is.
I'm gonna have to find that episode and watch it.
I was gonna say, if you guys don't mind, I can.
Crowd right now, just like that was awesome.
That was awesome.
I was gonna say, if you guys have a minute, so I had to look that up to make sure that was real because I had no clue he guest starred on Star Trek. And
It's amazing. More people need to know about it. Now they do.
It might be the only episode of Voyager I've ever seen, but yes.
Voyager is a great show. It's Gilligan's Island in space.
Okay, but so in the deep dive that I took to figure out that he was on in Star Trek, I passed a future credit that The Rock has in his filmography that I cannot help but share.
Well, get it the fuck out.
Apparently, The Rock is going to have a voice role as a character named Spike in the Tom and Jerry movie.
Fantastic.
Hey, so his name is the dog.
Who is Spike? Spike is the dog, the big bulldog. Yeah. The one that Jerry goes to for help because he fights against Tom.
Irrelevant.
So that'll be awesome.
And it would be fantastic.
Your infatuation with this planet is irrational.
That will be awesome.
So,
Here, what do you think? I am envious of your position because you had Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always go Pepsi, kids.
Fuck, man.
Look,
Every time I think about signing off,
Fuck.
I look up and there's more and more
Here.
people actually watching.
The
I
only
would be a
reason
great
why.
Harry
Fuck
Carey.
Pepsi, go Coke.
Look, the
Harry
only reason
Carey.
why. The only reason why I got this piece of shit drink is because it was 4 for $10 for the 6-packs.
How many drinks do you think Harry Carey had at each Cubs game?
Matt had.
Plus or minus 10.
I'd say minus. I'd say minus because he has to do it every day. That means you need to keep it up.
Okay,
that's true.
I got one. Plus or minus how many drinks Dagnino has just in the morning?
I was gonna say daily.
There's no shame in being a functioning alcoholic. As long as you can function with it, then it's fine.
I'll go 4.
I had a better one. It was going to be how many drinks does Kaiser have sneaking into a WWE pay-per-view?
Oh, like a whole armful. Like,
Hang on, yeah, definitely an arm inside
a
of both
man-sized
legs.
arm or a me-sized arm?
A man-sized arm.
Inside both legs, taped.
He was only a kid. We have to keep in mind he was only a kid. And remember, Macho Animal took him to his first titty bar. He
My
stole
first
the
titty bar was in Total Recall today, and they weren't real.
They're boobs, though, Nikki.
That's the one takeaway.
Wait. I got this one. Nikki, we're in quarantine, yes? Still predominantly we're in quarantine?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it that, sure.
Boobs
I went to the doctors this week, but that's it.
But boobs are boobs. So why would you even bag on them?
So here's what I have to say about that. I've been quarantined since I was 12. So I've been isolated.
You're excited about boobs.
It's 5 pounds of fat with a nipple on it.
If the world can worship Kim Kardashian's Barbie body, then Total Recall boobs are fine.
Hey,
Sure that.
Captain Jellicoe tried to wipe out the Cardassians. He tried. He took command of the Enterprise, and he tried to destroy the Cardassians.
How'd this come back to Star Trek?
Because Captain Jellicoe is in Total Recall. Trying to destroy Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So Matt,
anything they want to talk about?
I can ask him in a minute. Hey Matt, so question.
Answer.
If boobs are boobs, then is hentai okay?
I can answer that question.
Hentai okay because boobs are boobs?
Hentai.
I did answer that. Yes.
I mean, it depends on how hardcore the hentai is.
Yeah, the moment
anything fine with him.
The moment tentacles show up, that's when it's like, nope.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's when it becomes an adventure.
Matt's into tentacles. Write that down.
And you're into hentai.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Matt, don't stare into the camera eyes wide looking a mic
So
and
when
talking
Matt
about
said
tentacles.
that, I had to remove him because I'm not into tentacles. Okay,
Probably should have
I'm not
removed
into
me.
tentacles.
Devin's
Alright.
looking at me like I have 5 tentacles.
Nikki, I
Just
think you're
quickly.
crazy, man. All right, 2 of them look fake. 2 of them look fake, but the other one. I'm looking at it right now.
Actually, hold on. Let's.
Okay, guys, is it just me or is it really creepy as hell when Matt looks over the mic like this? It kind of looks creepy, like the guy from Home Improvement, where he's looking over the phone talking.
These mirrors are really hot in here.
You're talking about
It makes me feel like Bane.
what was his name?
Very sweaty.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up.
I am the Senate.
Yes,
Whose
thank
name
you.
are we looking for?
What are we looking up?
I don't know, the Senate?
The name of the guy that looks over the fence.
I want somebody to ask Alexa who is the Senate.
In Home Improvement, it's Wilson.
I was gonna say, is it
Wilson.
It's
Yeah.
See what it answers.
Hold on, let me look.
He's kind of a weird-looking guy now.
Hey Siri.
They show him on the show. Finally,
Who is the Senate?
they go on the other side of the fence.
The United States Senate is the upper chamber of the United States Congress, which
No,
along with the
Siri,
United
that is
States
not the
House of
correct answer.
Representatives,
No,
lower
Siri.
chamber, constitutes the legislature of the United States?
I'll let her finish.
Should I keep
He
going?
is creepy
No.
looking right now.
I don't think that's the correct answer. The
you're
correct
gonna let
answer
him-
is
Is it just
I am the Senate.
no. That's not the Senate either.
Good God.
Oh,
Please
hey,
don't
Matt,
show that
Matt,
and say that.
Matt, ask Siri to execute
looking at
Order
you?
66.
No, look.
No, he was
Last
the
time I
neighbor.
set a number to Siri, she called 911. I'm not doing that.
Yikes.
Dude, that is have to do
Yeah, I bet you were
What
shitting
number
your
did you
pants.
say that she
Like-
called 911?
I was like, Siri, 14 or whatever the number was. And it was like, dialing 911. It's like, no.
Oh, I know who you called.
I don't want to dial 911.
Now I think Matt needs to try
Yeah,
and execute.
he was trying to dial 1-900 Big Dick.
Really, that's a low blow. Homosexuality is widely accepted in 2020.
That was just the only thing I could come up with 7 letters.
Well, here's what you need to say. You need to look in the mirror and tell yourself that everyone is beautiful, even though everyone is actually disgusting. So it's all equal ground, no matter how you view it. I view everyone as disgusting. Other people view everyone as beautiful. I am disgusting. You are disgusting. We are all disgusting.
Okay,
Damn right.
I fully agree. with you.
The Senate.
And Matty is
pussy tonight.
We got pussy
We
time.
are worms.
He said stroking a pussy.
Why would
Very
the
pussy.
stroking a pussy? Okay, Devin, fine. Be technical about it.
Devin,
Why
look,
would the barbarian make us do that and then leave? Huh?
He had an appointment with the pool.
With the pool.
You know what, Matt? I have to admit, I'm kind of bummed you weren't here for it, but this was one of my favorite interviews we had. He was just like the funniest guy. You're going to have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
He induced
I
a lot
will.
of mistakes on my part.
Damn you,
Like,
Grandpa,
he-
for passing away. Damn you.
Do it.
Hey, Nikki, how quickly can you get prepared for a debate?
Tomorrow or tonight, whatever you want.
Tonight.
Depends on the topic.
Right now. Fucking throw
I can
out
do
the
right now,
topics.
yeah.
Let's go.
I can do that.
Right now.
Because, do you want to play Jacob?
Sure.
Okay, I'm
Nope,
going to announce that now.
Him
Uh,
versus
Jacob
me
versus-
right now for the championship.
Shut the fuck up. Due to personal reasons, Tara Neal had to have dropped out from the debate leagues and all leagues in general. So he has relinquished the title. So soon we will have Nikki versus Jacob for the Game Zone title.
Hi. I dropped my controller.
Damn.
Wait, I missed that. For who relinquished what?
Hold on. Taryn, the Extreme Screams guy, had some personal stuff come up, so he had to drop the Game Zone title. So Nikki is going to shortly be facing Jacob because they're the now ranked 1 and 2 contenders.
Well, we were 2 and 3.
Yeah, but Taryn dropped out, so that would make you
1 and 2 contenders. Yeah. So somehow I got to be number 2 ranked in the Game Zone division that I didn't even know what it was when I joined it. So I'm actually very excited about it. Game Zone is actually the division that I do the best in. And I don't know how, because it's like, I'm like Conan O'Brien. I'm not good at video games. I play them on occasion, but I'm very excited about debating about them. So I'm ready to play right now. I've gotten more enthusiastic about video games since joining this division of debate. And Jacob doesn't stand a chance against me.
Well, let's ask him. Jacob, are you still in the chat? If you are, let me know.
Whatever he says, there's only one thing, one description that I could give to whatever he says. So yeah, I mean, if this is a challenge, am I challenging him, or I challenge you, Jacob? It's you and me for the belt, for the championship. Whenever Matty says that it's appropriate. I mean, Monday night at 8 o'clock would be perfect for me. Or tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, whatever you want.
Well, I have to get some more questions written up because it's not
okay.
fair.
Well, you said how soon. I thought you meant right here, right now. That I was gonna slay him in the dragon.
How many days would it take you to prep for a debate?
One. It would take 1 day. It would take 5 minutes. I've done a debate like that. There was somebody who canceled. I'm like, hey, don't cancel it. Just use those questions on me. I'm always ready.
Well, respond to that.
Glorious combat awaits you, Papa West.
Nikki, I beat you once.
Oh, here we go.
Already. Very handily.
I can't hear you with that pity dick in your mouth.
I forget.
I can't hear you with that pity dick in your mouth.
These headphones suck. There we go. Is this better?
God, I
Can you hear me a lot better?
This asshole
Okay.
on screen.
Hey, Kevin.
Can you
Oh,
hear
beat
me?
you. So, anyways, Nikki, I've already beaten you once, very handily. I can do it again.
Ooh.
You beat me based on the questions. I had no knowledge of games that came out before I was born. I'm sorry that you are old as fuck and have knowledge of games from the 1960s. I will relinquish you with some actual questions. This has just turned the notch up to 11. Devin is concerned of my well-being.
Nikki?
You will not win. You will lose.
You could have
First
solved that
off-
easily by doing a little bit of research.
First off, Nikki, you're older than me.
I am,
So if
yes.
I'm old as fuck. How old are you? And
Very
second off,
old as fuck. No, I agree.
I'm sorry you didn't play good games growing up.
I'm sorry that the Barbarian encouraged us to take shots before you came on the show.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Okay,
the end of
now
this.
Jacob needs
We don't
to
have
do
any more to
his
say to each other. This challenge is all based on Matty's management of the Geek League or the Game Zone League, and Papa West and myself are the best competitors in that league somehow.
Sure.
But I'm very excited to be competing for the title. It's going to be great. I really appreciate Papa West. He's a great guy. Jacob has appeared on some of my shows that I do by myself that nobody watches. And Devin's there sometimes. Alan is there too. And but we try, and that's what's important. And I respect my competitor, and I hope we can all be a united Federation of Planets someday. Devin,
And he's
what do you
gonna
have to
fuck
say
you
about
up.
that? I don't want to talk anymore.
And he's gonna fuck you up.
Sure.
Now bring him.
So, is there anything that you want to hear from Jar Jar Binks about? Some news this week? Something that spoke about?
Let's see. What can we talk about? The coronavirus and healthcare.
Talk a bit about the coronavirus for about 3 minutes, and then I'll give you Jar Jar's comics. Representative Binks.
And healthcare. You must add healthcare.
I will add healthcare, but talk about it for 3 minutes so that I can pull it up.
All right, I'm gonna jump out here, guys. But this was a lot of fun. Thanks for
All right, Caleb.
bringing me in.
Bye, Caleb. Sorry, I'm so repulsive to you.
Believe
wanna
me, it's not.
Oh no,
Before you
it's me. Trust me.
Hold
I
on,
know.
hold on. Caleb, before you jump off, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook at the Caleb H or on Twitter at the Caleb Hansen. But that's stupid. Don't do it. And you can find me on Jack of All Trivia on YouTube and Facebook. Running the IG League. So if you want to do
Matty,
trivia matches, you got it, man.
Message
Yeah,
him
just hit
privately.
me up if you want. Indeed.
Yep. All right. Take it easy, homie.
All right. See you, man. Bye.
And we're down to 5. Hey, Jacob. Did you see the new banner? Have you been watching from the beginning?
No.
Look at this.
That's pretty.
It is. And then look at this one. This one looks even cooler. Ah.
That one looks really cool. That one looks like an 80s sci-fi movie.
I know. That's what I told Frankenberry when he sent it to me. I was like, dude, that looks like movies. And then of course Grant's like, that looks like that looks like Frank Newberry's original CD cover. I went, well, it's because it was made by Frank Newberry. So shout out to Frank Newberry for all of these awesome little things. He's also going to work on like a promo video or some shit like that. So we can, even if we can, somebody donates to StreamYard, that would be helpful. We could actually buy some internet.
Streamlabs.
Facebook.
Streamlabs.
StreamYards. Or yeah, sorry, that
You're good.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
You can here. I'm gonna give you.
Kevin, has your phone been drinking too?
You can donate it there.
My phone is drunk as I am.
You can help us get some advertising on Facebook. Also, if you're on Twitch or YouTube, definitely follow, like, subscribe, etc.
Yeah. All right, Jar Jar time. They can read. Perhaps it's more concerning to some of these people that Mr. was also concerned about the virus, or that me, as a British citizen, was no so more likely than the Nissa to be carrying the virus. This group all East Asian people together without factoring industrial saps, whether British or not. We were unaffected areas of China or even came from other countries in the Chinese diaspora. We were all the same to them, sir. Now, I just pulled a random quote, and I had no idea what it was about. Now I realize that was kind of a quote.
Now we're
but guys, remember, kids, virginity is not cool. So do yourself a favor and socialize with the opposite sex or same sex if that's what you're into.
Girls have
while you're still younger, you'll
and
be
now the
an old man
coronavirus
like me and
and the
alone.
bubonic plague.
It's not cooties, Matt. That's
Nikki,
You don't want to be alone during a
anytime you
pandemic.
quote something,
It's not
you
fun.
always want to make sure it's a credible source. Do not pull a Deshaun Jackson and accidentally quote Hitler.
Right.
And don't
not good.
No,
yeah, it's not good. Let's not quote Adolf.
Hey, Jar Jar, should we eat bats?
We should propose that no somebody eats a bats.
God, Nikki, I just want to admit, like, Nikki.
But the Toydarians, we like the bats.
That was pretty good.
So, did you guys see the quartering?
Please do not
what they
take Republic
tweeted, speaking of
credit.
Hitler?
I'm a Tridarian. Jedi tricks don't work on me. Oh, Nubian, all right. Nobody
Why
else
are
can
you
say
waving your
Nubian.
hand around like this, like it's some Jedi?
Give me a sex blowjob. I was just typing it.
That mashed potatoes cannot handle his alcohol.
I was gonna say,
Does
at least
anybody
it-
have
better
something I
him
can
than
type
me.
into the Jar Jar translator? That should be a weekly thing.
Dude, okay, go look up the Rick and Morty prison case that was in Georgia. They went through and they redubbed it with Rick and Morty talking. Morty is the judge, Rick is the defendant.
Oh, but how can he translate that into? It's not in.
I need an actual quote, mister. You're not being specific enough.
Like
I know, but there is an actual a whole file of just the words.
Well, then find it and send it to me so I can put it in.
All right, I'll look when I get off here.
I'm a 120-pound person that the Barbarian just assumed that I could consume things.
All right.
Could have just faked it.
I could have faked it, yes, but I do not fake drinking or
The fact
orgasm.
that I was
Nikki, do you
Or last
already
time you had an orgasm
kind
was
of
never, so you never know.
blasted. I did not need to take those shots.
Nikki, do you want that like sent to your Facebook?
Yeah, just send it in the Facebook chat and then I'll put it in. I have like a conversion software that converts any text into Gungan.
Well,
It's an algorithm that I developed myself.
It's a specific dialect that Jar Jar uses, because not all Gungans talk like that, as one of them pointed out. I don't remember which one.
Nikki, it's in the chat.
That was Legends, and it wasn't true. It's not
Nikki, it's
canon
in the
anymore. Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, well. God.
It was a creed written in the foundation documents that declared the destiny of a nation. Oh shit! I didn't do the full thing.
You just gave him Pride of the Nation, didn't you?
You should just give him like a Trump.
Okay.
Freaking
No,
quote.
it's a Barack
read.
Obama. It's a Barack Obama.
I saw that. That's why I said he
I've
should
done
have just gave him
Obama
some
before
Trump
as Jar
said.
Jar. That's what I did last time.
Well, fuck me.
Okay, here we go. I have the whole thing there. It was a creed written into the foundation documents that declared the destiny of a nation. Yes, or is a can. It was whispered by the slaves and the abolitionists that they ablaze a trail towards freedom. Though the most dark nights, yes, or is a can. It was sung by immigrants as they sunk out from a distant shores and pioneers who pushed westward against an unforgiving wilderness. Yes, sir, we can.
Yes, we can.
So Trump likes to retweet his tweets, which I think is quite funny.
Guys, I was expecting a rousing applause. That was Representative Banks' greatest moment. I don't think you understand what just happened.
That was beautiful.
No, his
Matt.
best moment was when he gave Palpatine ultimate
Mr.
power.
Propose that we should give emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor.
I like to retweet everybody's tweets equally, Matt. It's unfair for you to
I'm going to
say.
clip this out so that people can hear my
It's a
Jar
witch
Jar
hunt.
impression because it's really good.
If you would just, you're one of those hacks. You're fake news. That's what you are.
You're fake news. No,
What was
you're
that?
not even. You're not just fake news. You're fake Trump. I was the host of The Apprentice. I once told Vivica A. Fox to go home. I once told Lou Ferrigno to go home. I once told Gary Busey to go home. No one's more qualified to be president than me.
An excerpt of Hamilton done by Jar Jar. No shit.
How much?
Orphan son
How
of a
much
whore,
makeup
the Scotsman
do you?
dropped in the middle of a
How
forgotten
much
spot in
makeup
the
do you
group of
wear?
private
Nobody
Robert's
wears
father
more
had
makeup
heroes and
than
scholars.
myself, Donald J. Trump. I employ everybody to be the Oompa Loompa from Maybelline, a new shade from Maybelline. It's the Oompa Loompa shade. You can wipe it all over your face in the morning, and then you'll be my gorgeous orange complexion.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's all I got, guys. Sorry. I can't do
No,
this
you're
all
good.
night.
Okay. Hold on. One more. Two more, Nikki.
All right. What do you have? Give me your quote.
I have them in the. Hold on. I'm going to put the second one. They're in the
Well, hurry up.
chat.
Representative Banks has important things
They're both
to-
in the chat. Well, Representative Banks needs to fucking look in the private chat.
Well, I don't have a comeback right now.
Kim Kardashian does.
Hey,
That's
could
what
do
she
much
said.
worse.
She has come on her back.
True.
Hey, her and Ray J's
Yes.
sex
Give up.
life are none of our
Yes.
business, even if it is a porno.
Hey, don't forget to like this damn video, everyone.
Don't forget to like Ray J and Kim
Yeah,
Kardashian's
please
sex
give
life.
us the satisfaction of liking.
You're not my
please.
dad.
I'm not
Just
your
be-
dad. I'm nobody's dad.
Be like,
It's not
He's
possible.
gonna-
be like the father we never had.
I am like the father you never had because I'm older than all of you.
Not that much.
I'm just not going to speak. Just
Is
keep
it-
going.
wait, is it Matt older than you?
I think
I'm older.
Matty
I'm-
B's the only one older than me.
Is it like
Yes.
I
Matt
think
and
I know
Jacob
one
and
here.
maybe
It's
Kevin
kind
older
of
than you?
embarrassing. Like, I have no
Wait, Kevin,
accomplishments
how old are you?
other than a Jar Jar Binks impression. And
30,
sound.
33.
This is the
So
most
Kevin-
I've ever done in my life, guys.
See, he's older.
The universe is big. It's a vast and complicated and ridiculous. And sometimes, very rarely, impossible things just
Ivy.
happen. And we're calling them some miracles. We are changing. when you think about it, we are different. People all go through our lives, and that's okay. That's good. You still gotta keep moving. So longer as you still remembering all the people that you used to be.
I just want to point out, if anybody can tell me where those two quotes came from, I would be your best friend.
And Jar Jar did get laid in the Clone Wars.
One sounded like Martin Luther King Jr.
That is wrong.
All right. Jar Jar did
Jar Jar
get
can
laid
get
in the
laid, but
Clone
not
Wars.
me.
There was a buddy cop comedy where like him and Mace went on a mission, and Jar Jar had this like weird priestess that he banged. So just
you're
remind
telling me
everybody
Jar
that
Jar can
do
get
it.
banged, but not me. What
Yes.
the fuck?
Not you.
Well,
it doesn't
take
have to
that
be you.
crap
Probably
off
somebody
your
of the
head,
feminine
you might-
variety.
Okay, to
It
answer
might
your
change
question,
my-
that came from Doctor Who. Both of those came from Doctor Who.
Oh.
I was gonna say the second one sounded familiar.
It's
in my
That's
head.
the one
Do you
I'm
have
pretty
anything you want Jar Jar to speak?
Aaron, it is the speech that the 11th Doctor gives when he's regenerating from
That's what it is.
Peter.
You know what?
No shit.
Should we do Let's Cancel the Apocalypse from Pacific Rim? Let's get that speech out. Let's get the Independence Day speech. I'll do whatever you want.
Let's do
Aragorn's
let's
speech
do
before they
a little
attack
game
on
where
Mordor.
No Lord of the Rings.
Nikki gives random movie quotes in Jar Jar Binks' language, and we
Representative Binks. That's a segment I want to launch on my network. If anybody
And
wants to
we-
give me quotes, give me it, and I'll post daily videos. Pay me.
and we could all guess.
All right. So does
Nikki,
anybody have
just-
anything more for Representative Binks to say right
Just-
now?
just Google
Do you want me
movie
to say
quotes.
that?
Yes,
Matty?
people,
Also
this is
say that?
important.
We can play
Please
this
fund
game.
us so that we can let him do more impressions.
All right. One at a time. Aaron, you first.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Papa Wet. Now you.
Yeah, no, see, search some movie quotes.
All
and
right,
do
Devin
them, and
has
we'll
one.
guess what they're from.
Quote on
I'm getting it.
All right. Devin's getting a quote. Does anybody have a quote ready?
Let me get one for you really quick.
Mrs. Services.
That's Family Feud.
Nobody has an answer.
It's coming.
Are we
Lisa
not,
Tommy.
are we
That
not,
sounds like
are we
a-
not gonna are we not gonna write this down?
So
Melissa, come.
That sounds like weakest link.
Well, will you say it again? Say it again.
So I
All
got
right,
one for
Devin
Nikki.
has one, so I'm going to use Devin's. He was first.
All right, then
This
I
is
got
a
one for you after.
Yeah, it is.
It's from Hamilton?
Yeah.
Is it from Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay, this is topical. For once, Devin, tell us what you have here while I read it.
All right, so I have the opening song from
Nice.
the play.
Nice.
Good job.
Whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Disney Plus feature film, apparently.
There's
I need to watch this movie eventually.
It's
All right,
not as
Devin,
long as I said it was
What do you
on the
got?
last show, by the way. It's
I
only
don't
2 hours and 40 minutes.
song from the thing.
Not 3
Okay.
hours.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna do this
so
one.
I watched.
I have to get Disney Plus.
All right, Devin has the Hamilton. Are we doing Jar Jar? Because I got this ready.
Should I pull up the instrumental for it?
No,
we do
no,
a
because
2
that'll
hour and
overwhelm me.
40 minute
Beats overwhelm
episode
me,
where
and
he
it's just
recites
I'm
all
out
of
of
Hamilton.
unplanned variables.
He
and
also
I can't.
is unfamiliar with it, so he wouldn't match
All
it
right.
up at all, and it would
The
just
best
go
thing
very
for
wrong.
my very disturbed brain to do is for everybody to be silent, and then Representative Banks will read this.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna step away real quick, but I'm still gonna hear everybody.
I have very bad ADHD, so your
I'm gonna
cooperation is
pull
appreciated.
you guys up.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten Spartan in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and a squalor, grow top to be a hero, and the bin? The $10 bill found his father with a father got him more farmer working me for hard. By being more smart, by being self-sorter, By 14, this pissed him at Carjan and Trajan. Carjan did everything while slaves were being slaughtered, and Carjan ran across the ribs. He struggled and kept his body on top. Inside his head was longing per Santana. Disappointed, or the brother was ready to begin still borrowing or battering. The hurricane came and devastation reigned. The men and swallowed and his future dripping. Just about it, drop it. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain. A testament to his planware. The word got around. This said this killed insane. Man took a topper collection just to send Tada Manland. Gets a user education to forget the once a user can. The word got a no user name. What's the name and Alexander Hamilton.
You sound so drunk.
Alexander Hamilton. And then the middle things User haven't done, but
God.
User well and just User hella water sucker and Tesca. His father spit full of that death breathing. 2 years more, let's see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead Satan. And the overwritten son that Satan thickened. Alex got more good, but his mother went quick and moved on with his cousin. Damn cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but a rolling pride. Submitting and his new boy, second Alex, you gotten yourself started retreated, and yourself written every treatise and the with yourself been rotten. Left to do something less astute, he's a would have been dead and destitute. Without a sense of recognition, started walking quickly past his little mother's mountain. Toward the counter, the format of things that can't afford and stammering per ever booking. He's can get his hands on bowling that the skitter button cutters on new land.
I think you did.
Sorry, and busy man, and you can't send and beside you the new matter. And New York, you're so best I know, man. I know that you're the part of ways, but you could never back enough. You should never learn to take a time Alexander Hamilton when America sent for you, sir. With this, I know you, sir, overcame. With this, you wrote you, sir, game. The world will never be the same. Or the skipper into the harbor now. See you, sir, catch spotted on the mother. And my daughter come and chop from the bottom. On the is destroyed. His rap America forgot him. We forgot him. We me died for him. Me trusted him. Me loved him. Mr. That human falling that shot. Him said there's middle things we haven't done. But just use what use a man and Alexander Hamilton.
If you're just tuning in the third hour of this show, the Barbarian convinced Nikki to do 3 shots, and we got a Java impression.
You sound so blessed. Okay, so Nikki, I got one for you.
That brought tears to my eyes. Have sex or you end up like this.
I'm getting laid tomorrow.
Virginity is not cool.
So
do not
Nikki,
have sex and you will end up like this.
Nikki, this is the quote. This is the quote I want you to do.
My chest hurts after that.
Look up on Google.
Send it to me. All right, Matt, I'm going to tell you, beer. If you don't send it to me, it won't happen.
I was going to say, look up on Google.
For that,
Django Unchained quote. Samuel
No,
L.
send it to me in the chat. It won't happen. That's how it works. I am not coherent enough to do this. That took a lot out of me.
And for that, there is an avenue to donate to streamlabs.com/teamjentertainment/tip.
All right.
Maybe I shouldn't send that in the chat.
How many of you were trying to sing along to that?
I was trying, but I had no idea what he was doing.
There were parts where I could like catch up and keep up, but I just kept getting lost.
What was the cutoff point of like what you could still keep up with?
The first 10 words. No idea.
Yeah, he immediately fell off beat. Like,
Yeah.
The middle of a
He just sounded like an angry drunk Karen.
$10 fucking bullet.
Once he saw $10, that was about the end of it.
So
Just
I
the
have
opening.
to. I want to show you guys something. So this is the physical toll that this show takes on me. In the middle of a drink, someone said something stupid, and I literally did a fucking spit take on my computer. It is up on my wall. Like I have.
Again, donate to streamlabs.com.
I will spit at the camera more. Go back and see if you can see that come out, because there was a lot of water.
It was. I don't think you're.
Yeah, he sounded like an angry drunk Irishman. Partway through
you.
that song.
I'm Irish. That's offensive. he sounded like Mushmouth doing Jabba.
Jar Jar, not Jabba.
Mushmouth.
Nikki, in the chat.
All right, this is gonna be my last one, guys.
Oh,
like I posted one in the chat. I really want to hear Jar Jar say.
Look, I'm not gonna put the Django thing in the group chat.
Yeah, please don't do
If
that.
it has the N word, I won't say it.
That's why. I was
Devin
kind of
might be able to say
joking.
that, but I can't.
I was hoping.
I
you
shoot
would
the
search
smelling
it.
of napalm in the morning. Apocalypse Now, 1979.
I love this.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say the 1979 part.
Oh well.
What are you gonna do?
Check. I think Bear needs to do Streamlabs.
That feels like doing sit-ups. Like that voice feels like doing sit-ups. Okay, fine. Don't answer me. I thought that was a cool thing to say.
Well, I'm waiting.
Watch your mouth, kid. You're going to find yourself floating home.
Oh, well, no, I was hoping Bear was going to say something about Streamlabs. New followers.
I didn't see anything.
All right,
It's alrighty.
guys, that's like all the Jar Jar I can do for one night. It's overwhelming and also empowering at the same time. Jar Jar Binks commanded an army of Gungans to save the people of Naboo from the oppression of the Trade Federation, who was secretly Darth Sidious with his apprentice Darth Maul, while Obi-Wan Kenobi battled him after his master Qui-Gon Jinn was slaughtered in front of him, and then threw him down a bottomless pit after bisecting him.
Okay, so Nikki, on that note, where
am the Senate.
Where can people find you on the internet? Let's wrap up, guys. We're going on 3 hours.
Right. You can find me having a neurosurgical exam this Thursday at
what is that?
Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital. Yeah, my life sucks.
What does that mean? What are they going to do?
What?
What are they going to do?
I'm going to do a CAT scan, an MRI, all kinds of that stuff, X-rays, all kinds of radiation.
They're going to hook those probes up to you where they like shock you from one point to the other?
That would be a lot more exciting than what I'm going to do. I'm just going to probably put that spiky thing down my foot. Do you feel that? Yeah, I feel that.
Okay, so Nikki's going to become a pincushion in the Hulk this week. Devin, how about you?
People can find me on Wizard 101 at Devin Ghost Tears.
And we got to take that banner down, guys. Okay, it's not virginity is cool. Sexuality is cool. We live in a modern age, and you should embrace who you are. It's okay to experiment, even in college. And yeah, guys, don't be religious.
Hey, did anybody notice that Jason's gonna disappear?
I don't know.
Did anybody notice that Jason's
I don't know what to say. It's okay. Experiment with sexuality. Don't be religious.
It's okay if you're a virgin, but go ahead and do
it. We here at TMG After Dark do not
endorse the statements of an individual. Do not endorse the statements of the brand.
Exactly.
There you go.
Hey, Ron, where can people find you?
Blame the Barbarian for any comments made by me.
Okay, who was next?
You,
Aaron.
Oh, okay. You can find me on Instagram at Aaron T. Knoll, and if you missed it, I wanted to check just to see. Go back to around the 245, maybe 240 mark of this show, right after he finished doing the speech. You can actually see me spit the water at the camera.
Nikki, you need to clip that out and put it on the page.
Do it.
Yeah.
Clip it out. Do it. Absolutely clip that out. This has been fun, guys. Next week I'll actually get to be on the full show again, and I'm looking forward to it. See you guys then.
Alrighty. How about you, Mr. Post, since you're a newbie?
Yeah, I guess you could call me that. You can find me on Facebook. Mostly I am hanging around right now at Titan Trivia. I am the Intergeekdom commissioner with Ryan Payne. He's my co-commissioner.
Good for you.
We are starting or getting our road to the title up and going. So if you're interested in playing in the Intergeekdom League in Titan Trivia, please feel free to hit us up on the page.
I'm probably gonna win that.
Hit me up personally. It's the first two competitors to reach 3-0 or reach 3 wins. They get their shot at the title.
Alrighty. And beer. And my computer's acting out.
Hooray, beer! Okay. You can find me on here, which is obviously both on YouTube and Twitch. On the 23rd, I will be doing a stream around noon, I believe is the time.
For you.
But it will be on Twitch only, and we're going to be doing the Xbox reveal event. And then they might be doing a Nintendo event later this week, so I might be hopping on.
Waiting for a new Metroid game.
And that's coming out in 25 years. By the way, it's moving.
Maybe 60.
Maybe.
And
by
Matty G, you can find me at Facebook at Matt Graham. You can find me right here. I'm the Game Zone Commissioner.
God!
Internet is
This is the way.
And he freezes during his
He
outro.
freezes. There we go. Maybe.
And I am closing this down. Everybody, good night.
Adios.